Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Imagine a place where it's always sunny, drinks are ice cold, and the food's bursting with flavor. Hurricane Grill and Wings. Today's forecast, crispy wings, big burgers, and seafood tacos that are even better with Pepsi. HurricaneWings.com.
Ring in the new year with a new boat. Don't miss the Jacksonville Boat Show, January 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Prime Osborne Convention Center. Presented by ViStar Credit Union. Tickets at boatjacks.com. Come buy a boat.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Beach in St. John's Bluff. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia of Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard in St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer. Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Googans. How we doing? Anything happening? we are just a thunderstorm of existence, aren't we, as a franchise?
Roller coaster.
It's like everything a sugar show that we do. We just live in a sugar show. This will be the second coach in a row that we hire that we'd already moved on from.
I didn't even think about that part.
Well, last time was Peterson early. Then, we moved on. We're hiring this guy, the other guy. Now it's Liam Coen. Man, this guy just became the hottest property in the world out of nowhere, didn't he? Saw the first trick play in old Liam Cohen's playbook, didn't we? I imagine with something like this. Sitting in Shad Khan's office, phone rings, ring. Excuse me, Mr. Khan, 1 second. Yeah, hello, Coach. Yeah, Liam, how we doing? We haven't heard from you in a couple days. It's Coach Bowles. Liam turns to Shad, puts his finger over his lips. Shh. Yeah, Coach. Little Ian's not feeling good. Yeah, I'm at the doctor's office. Sure am. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, Coach. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's just got a little, extends palms in the air. A fever. He's got a little fever. Yeah. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Okay. Talk to you later. Never talk to him again. Is that how it went down?
My kid is sick.
Maybe not exactly like that. Quarterback sneak is what we call that. Apparently, this is the way it all went down. Because, of course, he was. Trent Baalke was blocking any progress. Right, wrong, fair, or unfair. The bottom line is no one in the National Football League, none of these coaching prospects wanted to work with him. Y'all believe us now, by the way? And Liam Cohen as the last straw. By the way, you're off the wall now, Coach. You got to earn your way on there. Job's only half done now.
We got to go reconstruct the whole thing.
So now, and don't forget this part. The word, remember the word, and we just assumed in some ways it was this message was being placed out there. But remember the word was that Cohen was incredibly impressive in his interview, right? They liked his concepts, how he'd run a team, the offense, defense, vision for the franchise, the whole 9 yards, as they say. And then was among the group they wanted a second interview with. Ben Johnson saying, yeah, no, I'm going to go to the Bears. And Liam Cohen, with an interview supposed to happen a couple days ago, decided to last, yeah, no, not going to do that. The Bucs had countered to make him the highest paid offensive coordinator, the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. $4.5 million. These are good things, by the way. If you're trying to measure the guy you're getting, and we'll get into the Cohen resume a little bit deeper now that I can't imagine he's not announced sometime this morning, perhaps. He's told the Bucs he's taking the job. Obviously, the Jaguars want him. And we'll get into that resume just a bit. But he interviews here. No, can't work with Baalke. Oh, that's it. Shot says, oh, my God, this is a disaster. Oh, you have Trent. I don't know what I was thinking. You're fired. We'll say it's mutual. See ya. Somebody get Cohen, please. See if he'll come talk to me again. And Cohen, after having agreed with the Bucs to this offensive coordinator's job, which, by the way, I don't know if this is exactly true, but the Bucs reporters are saying it was kind of a part of the deal was if you go interview with Jacksonville again, the deal's off the table kind of deal. Right? Like, yeah, we'll give you we'll make the highest paid coordinator in the league. They said there was no quote provision to be that coach in waiting, but nonetheless, the highest paid coordinator in the league. But yeah, you're going to be here if we're doing this. Apparently, all sides agree. Khan circles back. Cohen agrees to come up, but apparently just kind of ghosted the Bucs for a day and a half. And when they finally reached him, or he reached them, whatever the line was, and again, this is according to one of those reporters down there in Tampa, he told him he'd been with his sick kid all day. Maybe he brought him with him and he was playing in the lobby. I don't know. The point here is look, whatever. It's just the drama though. It's never easy. So yeah, the first time we decided it felt like they didn't really want Peterson. They went through everyone, seemed close to hiring a couple guys, circled back and got Peterson. Now in this case, they seem to have been pushed out of the Liam Cohen sweepstakes that involved all of one team, them. And so now the Liam Cohen era will begin, and it will begin with expectations. And again, we're going to take a look more specifically at the resume. 39 years old. You know, there have been a lot of these younger offensive-minded coaches, many of them from that Sean McVay tree, and that's where Cohen comes from, that have been successful in their concepts and their executions, and And are you going to give total credit to Liam Coen for Baker Mayfield's progression? I don't think that'd be fair. Baker really took off the previous year, but he kept that growth going. And Mayfield had a terrific year, and the Bucs won the division again. This guy's been around winning NFL programs with the Rams and the Bucs. And he was definitely much wanted by his employer. All right, the Bucs were willing to go as high as you can go to pay a coordinator to keep him. We'll see when it all becomes official, but again, the word is that the job is, he's told them that he's taken the job, and so we shall see from there. The reaction from around the league, we will share some of that with you as we move along this morning. And I would just suggest this. If you do call out sick today, maybe not go interview with your boss's competitor. Just a thought. Unless that kid's sick. Then you just do whatever. Man, was Hicken like looking into the future or something?
Why you say that?
Well, he told me the other day, and this was kind of out of nowhere in the course of our morning conversations. He asked me, was he the only one getting sick of Dan Orlovsky? You remember him saying that the other day?
I do.
Yeah. And I was like, no, Orlovsky doesn't bother me too much.
Right, yeah.
And then these 32 seconds happened yesterday on ESPN. Dan Orlovsky. You got it in your system, bro. So yesterday on ESPN, as I don't know, you got to find something to talk about 24/7 maybe. It will give me pause when I hear these, quote, national guys talking about other teams, because if you're anywhere within, 100 miles of Jacksonville, regardless of your thoughts on the current state of the position here, but if you're anywhere within 7,500 miles, this is the most tone-deaf, idiotic statement that could be presented as actual sports talk on the, quote, national sports leader. This is Dan Orlovsky on what he thinks the Titans should do with the number 1 pick.
If you're Jacksonville, first of all, if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I am spurring this. Like, if I want out of Jacksonville. And if you're Tennessee, realistically, we're sitting here and we're trying to get all this rebuild, and I would be someone to tell you, I think Tennessee's got a decent football roster. Better than the first pick worthy type roster. Shador, and I haven't studied Shador and Cam well enough to make a definitive statement on where exactly I think they might be or whatnot. And Travis Hunter special, you don't matter in that conference unless you get a quarterback.
Idiotic on so many levels. For one, Trevor Lawrence is not anywhere near pushing to get out of Jacksonville, you moron. The results on the field haven't been what we want, but it's not like he's sulking around here unhappy. Again, another news flash to the country. Trevor Lawrence is just fine and comfy here. Have y'all not picked up on that yet? E, am I right on that?
Oh, boy, you right.
I mean, he fits right in here like a foot in a shoe, man. So, first of all, no, he won't be spurring some trade demand. It's about to start a 5-year $270. Just idiotic to present that as any sort of option. Point 2, yeah, I'm going to give I'm going to give my starting quarterback to the biggest rival that I have in the league. Not just a conference opponent, but a division opponent. Are you stupid? Point 3. Tennessee has a better roster? The hell they do. What? What roster does Tennessee have that I'm missing? They're terrible. They have the number 1 pick because they do have a number 1 pick roster. We beat them twice. What else do you need to know? I mean, I understand kicking around water cooler comments, but that one came with just like a little too much I mean this in it for my taste.
Like he believed it for real.
That's an idiotic take. Idiotic. The Jaguars would never, ever, ever do it, and you completely misconstrued like where Trevor's mindset is right now within this community and this organization. A lot of football, I would just remind everyone, a lot of football to be played in the next 5-10 years. Now, hopefully with a coach that'll get the most out of him and this offense. So more on the Liam Coen resume as we await official word from the Jaguars and what certainly looks like will be their next head coach. We'll talk to Captain Kev, see what's happening on the water. Circle back to the new Jags head coach, fishing the boat there apparently. Football fix later this hour. An exciting Friday as we're down to the last 2 games in the NFL before the Super Bowl is set. Glad you're up and at 'em with us. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Duval till we die, all the damn time.
I want to hear Duval.
1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Chose C for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They can transform your backyard with fire pits, pergolas, screen enclosures, and outdoor kitchens. And CSS handles the entire project from start to finish. You dream it, they build it. CSSOutdoor.com.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
What's happening, fellas? It's your boy E to the T here, and it's a brand new year, which means it's a brand new you, especially in the bedroom. So if you're ready to make 2025 make it a year for you to level up, let me help you out. Get yourself some Blue Chew. They got chewable tablets that has the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxton. That means you're getting top-tier performance, my boy, without leaving the house. Blue Chew comes right to the front door in a discreet package. Not even them nosy neighbors know what's going on. But you will. No doctor's office, no pharmacy runs. Just licensed medical providers helping you find the right prescriptions. And guess what? It's made right here in the U.S. of A. Oh, and did I mention that it's free? Yeah, you heard me. Your first month is free. So what you waiting for? Visit BlueChew.com and get that consultation. And start the year off right with confidence. Keep things interesting. That's BlueChew.com.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gator! Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Get ready for ice-cold action with the Jacksonville Icemen. Experience the thrill of hockey, the excitement of the game, and the local spirit. Full promotional schedule at JacksonvilleIcemen.com. Join the Icemen for a season full of unforgettable moments.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
Hear me some fishing music right there, my brother. Man, what a crazy week it's been. How much, first things first, welcome in Captain Kev on the Wiggle Wiggle. How much snow did the Georgia place get?
Almost 9 inches.
Wow. Were you up there? Did you go up?
I did not.
Oh.
Because I didn't know what the roads were going to be. I could have gone up there.
You'd have to go early, yeah. You'd have to go early and stay late.
Yeah. So but I'll shoot you and these some pictures. It's absolutely beautiful. It's unbelievable, and it stayed there for a day and a half.
That was
crazy weather.
It was an amazing. You know what I said that winter storm Enzo treated us just like the NFL's national media. But total coverage until it got to Jacksonville. Then it said nah. It's just so unfair. I don't feel for me or you. We're old saws. We've seen snow, but man, all the kids. It's just such a great day for kids when snow comes out of nowhere. I feel like we got gypped, man. We had the cold, and we had the wet, and we had the windy, and we didn't get any snow. And I know there's some a little bit north of us, but I'm talking about I watch these surf fishing videos from out in Pensacola Gulf Shores out that way, and one of the guys who does them kind of did a snow video of him there with his daughter, and man, yeah, it was like foot of snow almost.
They had fun. Oh yeah. It was legit.
Real snow.
Real snow, and like I said, it was. I had some folks go and take some pictures of my property and stuff. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Just cool stuff. But with that's kind of the topic. We talked a lot about this on the forecast show last night. Even for us, I think it got colder at night than what they were calling for, and not near as warm during the days. I've had some confirmed, snook floating around, but nothing. I don't think it's going to be like terrible fish kill. I think there's definitely going to be some. Snook are always vulnerable, and trout, but your other fish, your reds and your drum, your big scaled fish, fish that have a lot of scales on them, they'll be fine. But it did get cold. I talked to Captain Kirk Waltz yesterday, Jeff, and the water temperature at Mayport yesterday was 44.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that. We were curious because I think one of the big reasons that the snow ends before it gets to us is it's that storm's moseying along, loving that cold weather, and then it's our relatively warm 45, 50 degree ocean screws us.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I believe that. Yeah.
I know there were a couple guys that fished this week, and they had great days on the redfish, but they're obviously going way back in the creeks, fishing the deep holes and stuff like that. So all that's I think it's all positive, but the weather's just supposed to get spectacularly beautiful.
Okay.
It's going to be cold today and tomorrow, and then really start warming up on they're calling 70s for St. Augustine next week, and light and variable winds. So I think we're going to go from the worst of the worst to some of the prettiest weather we've had in a while. So I'm looking forward to that because it's that time of year when I love to go offshore and go sea bass fishing. And I know before this storm hit and everything that it had been really good. So we'll get back to some normalcy, but it obviously not very many people fish this week. I mean,
why would you?
I just tried to get out and do my walking and stuff. And I mean, I'm in layers of clothes. It was cold, brother. I mean, good God. And the wind was howling. You know, I mean, we had gale force winds here 40 miles an hour. So, yeah, it's you and I talked about this last couple of weeks. It's January. But you know, I think we're gonna have some serious windows for some good fishing next week.
Well, and then we're going to turn a corner here at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're going to get through our 12 days of winter, and you know, and get back to spring. So tomorrow for the outdoor show, and just to let everybody know, it is the Jacksonville Boat Show. So we'll be at the Prime Osborne Center. So. Should be fun. Come down there and see us. I mean, it's not going to be a good day to fish, but it might be a good day to go and look at all the new stuff coming out in 2025 for the boats.
Yep, for sure. It's always a fun time, and stop by and see the boys. All right, Kev, appreciate you. Have a great weekend. It'll warm up soon enough. How about that?
Have a great weekend, buddy.
All right, man. There he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor, best in the business, and we get the fishing report every Friday morning. Well, I'll wait till Dan gets here to see how far we dive into this, but I guess, one of the worst kept secrets is out with Tony with some influence on the hiring decision down there. Shocker.
Right?
This thing starting to make a little more sense now. Huh? Right? I mean, what we got to do? Spell it all out for y'all? Huh?
Spoon feed it, man.
That's what we got to do. Can we all just sit back and see what happens? It'll be interesting to get any specifics that we can pry. But nonetheless, we'll walk the line with as much aggression as we need to. Don't you worry, Googans. Huh? Okay. You going to be a decision maker down there now, big boy? How many more weeks of Breakfast with Pacelli we got? I think we go through the Super Bowl, Lee. Won't you pull Lee and Cohen, tell us you're with a sick child Monday morning. So anywho, back to the more pressing matter, and that is, probably today it'll be announced. They may have a press conference today. This is, by all accounts, who Shad Khan says he has wanted all along. That's easy to say. I was going to, a couple things here. I want to get into the Cohen resume a little bit. Listen, there's some reaction on the text line as if it's not enough, and he's been a vagabond, and I think that's being misconstrued just a little bit. And we'll know for sure when we talk to him in his press conference, but the timing between bouncing back and forth between the Rams and Kentucky is curious. But there was I think what he has said, it looks like you're taking why would you go from the offensive coordinator of the Rams to the offensive coordinator of the Kentucky Wildcats? On the surface, that seems like, well, that's dumb. What does that mean? You weren't good. No, he wanted the autonomy. Well, the autonomy of calling, of not just being the offensive coordinator, but putting together the game plan and calling the plays. And with the Rams, that wasn't the case, I'm assuming. So he wanted to go back to Kentucky in that role. And from there went to be the offensive coordinator of the Bucs, where in year one, they just had a terrific year. So I don't think this resume, it's unproven at the head coaching level. I get that. 12 of the 14 coaches that were in the playoffs this year, first job in the NFL, first head coaching job in the NFL, came as a promotion from a coordinator's job. Didn't have any experience. To go down the line, Andy Reid, check. Sean McDermott, check. Dan Quinn, check. Not the current job, but that's the first NFL job he got. Not the one he's in right now. But I'm talking about the coaches that are in the playoffs. Playoff coaches, 12 of the 14. Their first job came with questions that we're going to have about Lee and Cohen because certain things just haven't had the opportunity to have been proven yet. I'm okay with Cohen's resume where he comes from, the production he got out of the Bucs and Baker Mayfield last year. So to this, I'll go to our boy Gibby tweeted this out. E.T., good to see Gibby active on the Twitter with some... I think an interesting comparison, right?
Okay, Agent Gibbs.
Okay, listen, we all want Ben Johnson, right? Agreed? He was the number one choice.
Number one.
So I'm going to ask you a question about this year's football season and these two teams. The Lions, you would think, led all of the NFL in offense. But in actuality, it was the Baltimore Ravens who were number one in offense. I see you, Todd Monken, but nonetheless, the Lions were just like such rave reviews. They felt like they were playing offense at a different level than the rest of their conference. Is that fair? Did it feel that way?
I detect no lies.
Okay. So these are the NFL rankings in offense this year. Okay, the second part of this is this. Chris Godwin went out early. Mike Evans missed 5 or 6 weeks. The running backs in Tampa Bay are Rashad White and Bucky Irving. I got Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. In Detroit, is it safe to say that Detroit's offensive personnel is not just better, but much better than Tampa's, especially this year?
That is correct.
And if you went into next year and I said, you can have Amon-Ra St. Brown or you can have Mike Evans, who would you take?
Give me Amon-Ra.
As good as Mike Evans is, you would take Amon-Ra. If I told you could have Jameson Williams or Chris Godwin, who are you taking?
Oh, I need Jameson.
If I told you could have Jahmyr Gibbs or you could have Bucky Irving, who are you taking?
Gibby.
If I tell you could have David Montgomery or you can have Rashad White, who are you taking? If I tell you could have Sam Laporta or Cade Otton, who are you taking?
Oh, Sam with that one-hand catch, come on down.
Yeah, and I won't get to the 2 All-Pros that the Lions have on the offensive line. Safe to say the Lions had a pretty good arsenal to attack with this year in the NFL. So just look, I know schedules are different. There's 1,000 things that go into this. It's not always apples to apples, but just for the record, this year in the National Football League, the Lions averaged 410 yards a game. That was second in the NFL. The Bucs were third. They averaged 400, 10 yards less. The Lions were second in the NFL in passing yards per game, 263. The Bucs were third, 250. The Lions, Gibbs, Montgomery, were sixth in the NFL, 146 yards per game rushing. The Bucs, Bucky Irving, Rashad White, and not exactly Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Fourth in the NFL, 149 a game, more than the Lions. And then points per game, that's where the Lions reigned. They were first in the league, 33.2, and the Bucs, fourth, 30 points a game, 29.5. I rounded on all of these numbers I gave you. Not a big difference there. Now, There's a big difference in schedule. You know, who knows who did what, but I do, if I recall, I do remember as part of the schedule. I mean, I don't want to be speak out of turn here, but I believe part of the schedule this year included checks notes the Bucs going to Detroit and beating the Lions 20-16. Let me take a quick look at the box score here. By the end of today, we're going to have built Liam Cohen, a guy that, quite honestly, a week ago, we're going to build him bigger than Ben Johnson. Just you watch. Here we go. Bucs, Lions, Mayfield runs for a TD, throws for a TD. The Bucs win in a playoff rematch. That's right. The Lions had beaten them in the playoffs the year before. I just want to go to like the stats here. I just want to see what each team did. What we got? All right, team stats. On that day, the Lions way outproduced the Bucs. How'd the Bucs win the game? We're not going that far. 463 for the Lions, 216 for the Bucs. 324 passing to 146. 139 rushing to 70. Let's move on. I'm going to come back with that resume more than just last year's comparison. And we'll tee up a football fix. Hicken arrival shortly awaits. We've got the Whisper today. It is a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
The 5th-ranked Gators go for 3 in a row against the Bulldogs. Florida, Georgia. Saturday at 3 on 92.5 FM.
Aunt Linda clogged the guest bathroom. Your nephew thought the AC was a snow machine. And let's not even talk about the kitchen sink after that turkey grease incident. Ooh.
Congratulations, your family finally left. But the mess stayed behind.
Don't worry. Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning can fix it all. From backed up pipes to overworked AC units, we've got you covered.
Start the new year fresh, because your house deserves it.
Call Duck Rooter today at 904-862-6769. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
It's a winter wonderland of big wins at Best Bet Jacksonville with our Winter Open Poker Tournament taking place now through February 2nd. Don't miss the action. Join us for your share of the ice-cold cash. With 8 series events and $500,000 in guarantees, the action is on, with satellites taking place daily into the championship main event. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details, and we'll see you at the Winter Open. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. care you can see.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Hi, it's Ben, second generation from Beards Diamonds. Guys, if you're popping a question soon, looking for an anniversary gift, before you buy anywhere, shop Beards. From a half carat to 10 carats, Beards will beat any competitor's price.
In the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, listen, I got to say something. Got to clear something up for y'all, man. Y'all are way too worried about this unproven. Like, this kind of comment has been popular, so I'm going to hopefully, I don't want to argue with you. Hopefully I can talk some sense into you. Let me put some reality into your speculation, okay? And I don't say that condescendingly. But this is... I got a number of texts like this. I'm sure there's conversations you're having with your buddies like this. Do you think we got a mediocre coach? What has he done that makes him great? I'm asking because I really don't know him. The other question, why do you think we can build a team the way he wants? Or will a new GM be doing that? But it's that first part. Do you think we have a mediocre coach? What has he done that makes him great? A few like that. I won't pull them all up, okay? E.T.,
Europe.
Who's known as the best coach in NFL history?
Belly.
Mm-hmm. What head coaching job did he have before he got his first head coaching job?
What head coaching job?
That's right.
He didn't have
Do y'all see the point here? Can you tell me any head coach in NFL history who had a head coaching job before he got the head coaching job?
Start somewhere.
12 of the 14 coaches in this year's playoffs got their first head coaching job in the NFL coming in as a coordinator in the NFL. And this, what has he done argument could be made for any and all of them, including Sean McVay, Super Bowl winner, including Andy Reid, now 3-time Super Bowl winner, including Sean McDermott in the AFC Championship game, including Nick Sirianni in the NFC Championship game, including Dan Quinn in the NFC Championship game, got the Atlanta job, which a team he took to the Super Bowl, coming off a coordinator's job. Right down the list. There's only 2. Jim Harbaugh, who got his first NFL head coaching job off a college head coaching job. And there was Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell was never a coordinator. That's it, though. So... and I'm not saying this to argue with. I'm just saying, don't use that as a basis. That's just stinking thinking, E. That's just expecting the worst. I guess we're programmed that way here, and that's fair. But somehow we emerged out of this mess as close to what their plan was all along. Now, again, their plans have led us to a vast wasteland. Hopefully the influence of Tony and others can steer us away from some of these what seemed like obvious obstacles, but we hit them anyway. So hopefully Tony's influence down there, love of this franchise and team, will pay some dividends as well. But yeah, I'm not going to go gripping out that he's never done this or that when every single successful coach, Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, the 2 most successful coaches of the last however long, were coordinators before they were head coaches and had nothing other than that to go on. And so I like Liam Cohen, who he's been. All I can go is what he's been given opportunity to do at this point. And by the way, it's just a cantankerous argument to then, every losing coach that came in that. No kidding. Seriously? Is that even an argument? I'm talking about the 14 that are currently in the playoffs. If you want to bring up, Rich Kotite and Gus Bradley, congratulations, you've reached 5th grade sports level. No duh. Again, you need to be negative and pessimistic, or hopeful and optimistic, and it's easy here in Jacksonville to trend toward that former. Look, the hope here is Coen can help Lawrence just kind of shake off what's been plaguing him the last really year and a half, because he from the middle of 22 through the middle of 2023 looked like a top 5 quarterback in the league. The injuries, the personnel, the toxicity of the franchise, always something percolating outside the X's and O's. Who will call the plays? Who will be the left tackle? What pick will we blow? What free agent won't pan out? But Coen spent 4 years under Sean McVay with the Rams. Says McVay's probably his biggest influence on understanding defenses, the whys of play calling, especially in the run game. Again, got an awful lot of running yards out of Rachaad White and Bucky Irving. You'd like to think Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne are as equally talented. You'd like to think that. Bounced back and forth between the Rams and Kentucky. He said he wanted autonomy as a play caller. Also wanted to coach, though, in the NFL, and then as a coordinator, 1 year in Tampa. Worked wonderfully with Baker Mayfield. Career best 41 touchdown passes last year. He had 28 the year before, which was a better year, but it wasn't 41. Bucks scored, as I said, 29, third highest in franchise history. Only 2 Tom Brady teams scored more. Mayfield loves him. Says the philosophy there is ensure the quarterback never feels handcuffed at the line of scrimmage. There are always solutions. He adapted his scheme and based on what the Bucks had. I mean, this is a really good offensive year when he lost Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, top receivers, for long stretches of time. Really, Godwin almost the entire season. So there's plenty there. If you want, just what path you want to take here. You want to take high ceiling, optimistic, this is our guy, we're going to get good, or there's also Gus Bradley's that were only coordinators. We're just going to stink anyway. Glad we never do that. Wink, wink. Man, we got a football fixie. Oh, he was ready, man.
Ready.
Yeah, Cohen's informed the Bucs he's taking the Jack job, which by all assumptions means Jack's have offered him the job. And by the further assumption, thought is early as this morning the announcement will be made, and maybe a dentist appointment today will open up a window to have a press conference.
My son's not sick anymore. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to Jacksonville.
The Ravens, Mark Andrews says he's gutted by the critical drop against the Bills. Of course he is. Hey, they're trying to throw heat at him for not talking after the game. Whatever. I mean, should he? Would I say, yeah, I think he should. But, I mean, it's not the drop, though, Mark. I know that would have tied the game. I got news for you. Josh Allen about to break that heart anyway. Y'all were trying to stop them. They were just running the ball. You were trying to stop them just as they would have been if they were trying to win, and they went right down to the 30 and then knelt. So I wouldn't take that one. That fumble now, that's another matter. We can talk about that one. Well, the Washington Commanders are going to try and do something this Sunday that the rest of the NFL has had a really hard time doing, and that's trying to contain Saquon Barkley. Barkley is on some kind of a roll right now, man. He's been good since the beginning of the season, right? I mean, he's been fantastic since the get-go. If you go back to the opener, that Friday night game against Green Bay, he ran for 109 yards. And then he had 95 the next week against Falcons. Not a great week. That was a home loss, in fact. But you look at what's happened since they played Washington on November 14th. That day he went for 146. Then Saquon went for 255 at the Rams, sat out a quarter. Then he went for 107 at the Ravens in a game the Eagles won. Then he went for 124 against the Panthers. Steelers held him 19 for 65, but then another 150 against Washington. So 2 games against Washington, he's went for 146 and 150. Then he had 167 against Dallas. Into the playoffs, another 119 against Green Bay, and then 205 against the Rams. He's basically been getting, when he faces a team a second time, he's been getting the same numbers he did the first time. So I'm assuming if he faces a team 2 times, he's going to get those same numbers the 3rd time. Play the over on Saquon. He's had 250-yard rushing games against Washington already this year, and teams on rematches have not been able to limit him. The other game, man, what a game it is. How do you see Bills, Chiefs shaking out, E.T.?
Ooh, Bills. It's going to be a good one, man.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a tough, like, Josh Allen going to pull it out. I think Josh Allen's going to pull it out.
It kind of feels that way. I mean,
but I would still bet on Kansas City.
It's hard. I was talking to Buffalo Tom yesterday, and I feel here's what I kind of think is going to happen. I think the Bills are going to jump out to a 2-score lead and do a good enough job playing keep away to keep it. You know, for the Chiefs, if the Chiefs have the ball with a chance to tie or win in the 4th quarter, all bets are off. I guess that's what I said. I said, don't be up by 4 with 6 minutes to go. Be up by 2 scores with half of the 4th quarter and give them the ball at your 20, but keep that 2-score lead. But I could see, and do you feel like the Chiefs are going to get blown out at home? That doesn't seem possible, which takes you back to, well, it must be a close game, which takes you to every time there's a close game, it goes the Chiefs' way. So that's a hard one, man. You know, and why is that, E? Why is that about the Chiefs?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I do. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Obvious.
I mean, so obvious you don't even think of it, right? It just goes without saying.
Yeah.
Which would make what? Patrick Mahomes what? He's like the most valuable player in the NFL,
sure.
right? I mean, yeah. The 3 MVP finalists are Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, and Lamar Jackson. It's the most valuable statistical award. You got to have a combo of the stats. I think we all know who the most valuable is. If you put Mahomes on any of these other teams, as good as those other players are, you just feel like his team would be winning. It's almost got that LeBron feel. There was a period in basketball you felt LeBron could go anywhere in the East, anywhere, and they would win the East that year.
Every time.
I feel like Patrick Mahomes could go to any team in the NFL, they'd win a Super Bowl within 2 or 3 years. All right, more on the developments that have transpired in the last 24 hours. Jaguars about ready to introduce a new head coach. Opinions one Daniel Patrick Hicken and more. As we roll on a GFL Friday, you're listening to The Drill. Football Fix brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course, the Jewington Creek Golf Club.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I'm Mo Williams, former offensive lineman from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Pete Mitchell, and you're listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Rev up your life with luxury at Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard. Right now, used car prices are 12% lower than their peak in April of 2022, making this the perfect time to drive home in a dream car. Specializing in luxury used vehicles, offering you elegance at prices that are finally coming back down to earth. See special listings in the newspaper every Saturday or online at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Mia here for Dreamfinders Homes. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now is your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right, a 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershome.com for more details.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference
for you? Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text PREP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text PREP to 42424. That's PREP to 42424.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hi, I'm Fontaine LeMaitre, representing Community Hospice and Palliative Care. We are so grateful to the players for its long-standing support of our organization, especially Community Peds Care. 46 days to go to the players.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Did you have people over for the holidays? Kids everywhere, dirt everywhere, all over the carpets, the rugs, the sofas, and chairs. Did the kitchen towel take a beating? Sounds like it's time to call my guys over at Zero Res. The Zero Res techs will get the house looking great again. Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holiday, give Zero Res a call. Right now, 25% off carpet cleaning, 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res, spell it forwards. Zero Res, spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Who knew former Jag and Hall of Famer Tony Vaselli is also a deal closer? As hours after Vaselli joined owner Shad Khan's head coaching search team, the Jaguars landed their man and former Tampa Buck OC Liam Coen as the new head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Florida men's basketball's thrilling victory over South Carolina saw guard Will Richard achieve a milestone.
That great finish down the stretch was his 1,000th point in a Gator uniform. You really can't draw it up any better than that.
The Gators return home tomorrow to face Georgia. Hear the game live starting at 3 on 1010XL 92.5. In the East Coast Hockey League, the Jacksonville Icemen will return home to Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena to compete against the Orlando Solar Bears at 7 p.m. on Saturday. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 6:59 and it's 32 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do it.
you rip my city, holla.
Oh, he's ready, man. He's in there mixing this morning.
Let's just say the cone of concern has shifted for the rest of the NFL from Tampa.
That's right.
It is now bearing right down on Jacksonville, FLA. Wait, what? Oh, yesterday was a double banger, or 2 days ago was a double banger. Then yesterday just came back with the knockout punch.
Uppercut.
Crazy. Absolutely nuts. Only the Jags. Only the Jags.
It's always a sugar show.
You just sit back and laugh. Shake your head and try to find joy and hope. That's all you can do. Hopefully we stumbled on one.
Yeah, we'll see. This unproven thing, just need you can't take stock in it one way or the other, right? Because like I said, 12 of the coaches in the playoffs right now, their first job in the NFL came with no other experience than the coordinator job they were leaving.
I would make sure he signed something before we announce it.
Lest he have a dentist appointment this morning. First thing we saw was a trick play.
Oh,
I told you, here's how it went. You ready? Sitting in Shad Khan's office, the phone rings. It's Liam Cohen's phone. Hello? Yeah, hey, Coach. And then he makes this gesture, puts the finger over lips to Shad. Yeah, Coach. Little Ian wasn't feeling good today. I'm at the doctor. Got to go. Bye.
His son's name is Ian?
I don't know.
Liam,
Ian. I just went with it. I don't know if he has. Oh, no. No idea.
No one knows.
Little McKellar.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so a little trick play. I don't know. I mean,
we call him ice cream.
He ghosted his former employers for a day and a half, too. I don't know how to feel about that, but I know how I feel about a guy who...
Liam's not answering the phone.
Yeah, we did not give him enough as we were really wondering if he would be the head coach. Enough credit for what he did in Tampa last year. I mean, that's a lot of production through a lot of a mess last year, right? They had a lot of injuries. Baker had his career year. Significant more touchdowns than the year before, 41-28.
Mm-hmm.
Their running game was dead last in the NFL in 2023. It was fourth last year.
All right.
So, the sexiest thing about the guy really is the run game. And that's not what you think about, right? When we think about us getting better here, the number 16 is the first and often only thing that crops into your mind. But if you could get that running game up there 140 yards a game, I imagine everything else falls into place. So, he's kind of had the Midas touch in the run game. We saw what Kentucky did in his 1 year against us, at least.
Yeah.
So but Baker speaks highly of him and had a career year last year, his 1 year with this guy, and from McVay and all of those influences. But more, I don't mean to say this means he's going to be a hit. I just don't think it's fair to question the choice, because what has he done? That's been the case for a lot of successful coaches, Andy Reid and Bill Belichick included.
Yeah, I mean, you can question it all you want. I mean, it just depends. Why you want to question it? I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said,
Ben Johnson would have been the exact same thing, though. You see what I mean? What would have been different? They each would have been coordinators who have never coached in the NFL.
Well, if you look at it that way, I just think there's more longevity with Ben Johnson.
Okay.
I just think listen, if you're gonna bring up Ben Johnson, then obviously that's who I wanted. So
But if I wanted to say, Ben Johnson were the hire and I wanted to be contrarian, I said, well, that's great. He's never proven anything in the NFL as a head coach.
Well, you can say that about everybody.
Sure, exactly. That's the point.
Oh.
But this guy he's not coming in as the 20th, is what I'm saying. It's strange because what he has done and his opportunity was excellent. I guess that's the kind of curious part.
Yeah.
He's had 1 year in his top 5 offense. Would he do it next year?
I'm a little concerned about his track record and where he pops around, the decisions he makes. He goes from one to the other, 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 to the other.
And those are questions to be asked in the press conference.
Like, are you sure you want to be here, and are you ready to ride?
Well, I think what happened, he has explained in other areas, just on what I've read, it was more of he wanted the autonomy of actually being the play caller, not being an offensive or co-offensive coordinator where you don't call the plays. And so that's what led him to bounce twice back and forth between Kentucky and the Rams, and then ultimately OC and Tampa.
Well, there's always a reason, but...
Young Jackson, by the way.
Well, that's his son.
There you go. Jackson Ian, I say.
Not feeling well. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Florida Gators, and the PGA Tour. Lock in on a 4.99% interest rate right now in 15 different locations in Jacksonville. Check them out. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. You'll be glad you did. This was written yesterday. If Liam Coen is indeed the new coach of the Jaguars, what do you think of the move? Home run hire. Best move for Trevor. Big risk. Only 39 years old. Or wanted someone else. E? Home run hire. Best move for Trevor. Big risk. Only 39 years old. Or wanted someone else.
You know what? Because I really wanted Ben Johnson. That would have been a grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with a home run.
Home run hire.
Solo home run.
What are my choices again, Hick?
Home run hire. Best move for Trevor. Big risk, only 39 years old, or wanted someone else.
Oof. It's not a home run hire. What? Trevor?
Best move for Trevor.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Over 1,000 votes are in. Best move for Trevor, 48.1. Home run hire, 26.8. Big risk, 13.8. Wanted someone else, only 11.2. So Jacksonville seems to be cool with the hire of Liam Coen as the new coach. I'll be also curious on the spelling of his the pronunciation of his last name. Is it Coen, like ice cream cone?
Right.
Coen.
Me too.
I'm not sure.
Me neither.
So I think it's Coen. I think I've heard people say Coen, but I'm not positive on that. So we'll get that as well with the new coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We think. Most everybody has said it's happening.
I can't not see it happening.
Yeah.
He told finally after ghosting him for a day and a half, the word is he actually told them that he was taking the Jags job.
I'm taking the Jags.
Do we play Tampa Bay this year?
Being reported. I hope so.
Me
Gosh,
too.
I hope so.
Ooh, that game would be so
we
lit.
don't.
I don't think we do. No, we play the West again. God, didn't the Niners just come in here and whip us? Or is that because we were both first place teams? That's probably what that was. Oof.
Yeah.
We got the West.
No Tampa on the schedule.
We got West in both, don't we?
Got Carolina on the schedule.
Nice.
Seattle, LA from the NFC.
And
Arizona.
And San Francisco.
And then, the Carolina and Seattle are your, or no.
He's going to have some optics. Those questions are going to be asked. I mean, what about this whole ghosting thing? What about saying you're at the doctor and you're really interviewing for the
That's
job?
wild,
You've created some drama for yourself here.
Yeah.
Thinking it would never get out.
They said that there was one report yesterday. It said the Miller Electric Center was off limits, like even everybody.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now we know why.
Yeah.
They're so funny. I mean, you guys act like this is world peace at stake. Y'all so self-important. Seriously. I'm right. You're interviewing for a cruddy Jaguars job.
I would have wanted, man, take me on the Kismet, man.
There you go.
I'm bringing the Kismet down the channel.
Anyway, by the way, and let's remind this before we settle into natural, I think, Jaguars pessimism.
Mm-hmm.
More than anything else.
By the way, Jaguars
we got
pessimism is more than earned.
100%.
Yeah, so we can settle into it all we want.
100 million %. No one's saying any different or implying any different or feeling any different for that matter. There is a positive that the GM is going to change, which was almost 100% wanted.
Right. And I suspect that he will have a big choice in the GM. As
we're saying Cohen's going to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
As will our friend Tony Baselli, who's also ghosted us this morning.
That's how we see how he rolls.
I've asked Tony.
We could have busted this bubble on him, forever ago, but that's okay.
He ain't feeling too well.
I mean, come on.
I asked Tony to come on.
Yeah. Again, didn't take long to turn chicken, did it? Hick?
He told me no.
Huh? Hide behind that shield. Didn't take long, did it? Been taking bullets here for all these years, but now, buddy, what? Tony, you don't trust us after we just carried you? We pushed you across the line with our deafening silence.
It all starts with Dan Hicken and Jeff Frost.
Oh, we forget how far back we go, Don Anthony. Get a little bit of adversity. Got secret meetings going on, and now we can't find you, my man. Is this how it's going to be when you're in the FO? Is this what's going to happen? Are we going to get no answers when you tell them we're drafting Mason Graham? Inside out. That's how we build. My man. I'm happy for him and whatever role that he it's and I don't know that it's done either, by the way.
Well, it's a damn shame what the Jaguars have done to the fan base. It's just a damn shame. We can't get excited or it's just hard to. Every time we end up with egg on our face.
Yeah.
Like this point when I'm trying to say that all these coaches in the playoffs got their first jobs. I've said it over and over, their first jobs, not their current jobs. Obviously, Andy Reid coached the Eagles.
Right.
But their first jobs came after they were coordinators. And this is the response. The point is 95% of first-time head coaches fail, including Andy and Bill. Oh, Andy Reid failed with the Eagles, did he? Is that how you look at Andy Reid's Eagles career, Hick, as a failure?
No.
Yeah, of course not.
These next 4 years that Cohen will be the coach of the Jaguars, I'm almost positive of that. I will maintain that he is being hired to usher us through this era of Jaguars football, which includes a teardown and rebuild of a new stadium and playing all your games on the road in 2027, et cetera. So it's a lot to handle. But I believe he will have – Shad Khan is a patient guy, and I believe he'll give him even more grace with that. I would, no matter what we're told, I think that's a given. But this is it for Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. These next 4 years are it. It's the next. It's a next cycle, if you will. I kind of look at a quarterback's career as being 12 plus. It's a 4.44 if you want to. And
what do you think? You think there'll be year 9 for Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville?
I really hope so. Yeah.
Do you think there will, based on what you've seen and where they are and who's coming in? Yeah.
I mean. It may not be Trevor's fault. This guy has to be a really good coach, and
I think
they've got to get a really good.
Got to get better. They got to
get a really good personnel guy. There's a lot of work to be done.
I think it'll be interesting to see, and obviously Trevor wasn't a part of any of this, to my knowledge. Maybe he was, but it'd be really, really nice if we get a quarterback where that coach and quarterback really are kindred spirits. Yeah, well, they really are hand in hand.
If Liam Cohen's strength is the ground game, and if he takes this ground game, which was
terrible,
28th in the NFL,
right,
and takes it in the top 5, if he does that, then it's up to Trevor to feast.
Well, I will say this: the Bucs' offensive talent is not head and shoulders better than the Jaguars' offensive talent. It's just not.
It's not.
It's not. Not last year's team. Godwin didn't play all year.
Yeah.
Evans missed 6 games.
Got a Hall of Fame receiver for sure.
But I'm saying Brian Thomas Jr. had a better year than Mike Evans. I'm saying this past year.
Process.
No, well, and I was
paint him in the corner.
All right, let me ask you this question. Next year, hate to interrupt your giggle fest, but I next year if Godwin and Evans stay healthy all year, and Thomas and Christian Kirk, if he's the guy, stay healthy all year, I will argue that Thomas and Kirk have more yards receiving than Godwin and Evans for a wheel spin. So y'all can think about it.
Well, I would take it, but I don't like taking wheel spins against
the Jags.
Yeah, which I had to suffer through that when I was really right.
Well, you suffered through it because you weren't right.
I was right.
This guy's unbelievable.
Guy just stayed.
Over under 35. They go to 40, and I was wrong.
Last 2 years, they haven't been any good.
I know that.
And they barely made it.
Let's go back to the good part. My point being, what he did with that offense last year, he took they were dead last in rushing, and they became 4th. And in that season, Mayfield threw for 41. So it didn't mean that there was no passing attack, right, or that part of it stopped.
Right. But I think that their players are better than our players. I think, Bucky Irving was terrific. Now, was it because maybe it was because of the offensive line, but they got Tristan Wirfs. It's better than any of our offensive linemen by far.
Yeah.
So
but that same line ran for 88 yards a game dead last the year before.
Right.
That was the point. Well, it had 2 new starters and one was a rookie.
Yeah.
So
I'm just happier that we're going to have somebody else scouting and picking the players.
we should be more excited about this. This is a new beginning from that standpoint.
Yes.
You can get a lot better. If we can have one draft like the one that the Lions had 2-3 years ago, get Branch and Laporte and all these guys in one draft. So that's what we got to do. So, the pressure's on now. The brainiacs like Tony Baselli to go find us some talent.
They got Yaya, too. Don't forget that. Yaya Ding Dong plays for them.
We all need a
a
little of that.
When you have a good defense, that helps.
Before we go to break, come back with a 10-minute drill.
Yes.
We got multiple speed traps. Did you see these on JTB eastbound coming in? I know you're coming westbound, and you tend to
I was too
just
busy.
focus, single-minded focus.
Yeah, I was too busy dodging traffic.
Speed trap.
There was a car in front of me for about a mile and a half that was just spewing stinky fumes. It was annoying.
Shouldn't be allowed in today's day and age.
Remember how you used to have to get in line and get your emissions checked?
Oh, yeah. They don't do that anymore, do they? I think now the way they make cars, it's impossible to fail those emissions tests.
This one would have.
That's why we're paying another $40,000 for that vehicle. Anyway, multiple speed traps along JTB eastbound, so keep that cash in your pocket. Brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Yeah, it's Liam Cohen, which is great, right? I mean, hopefully, we'll see. We'll find good reasons. Number one screen team, look for the Jags to finally effectively run a screenplay, which is exciting. And it should be exciting for Trevor because it helps the stats. But it's also a new general manager, a new guy to pick talent. How will Tony Baselli fit in? Lots of questions that still need to be answered, but a new day in Jacksonville as we go forward and try to get this ship back on the right course that ends ultimately with the hoisting of the Lombardi Trophy. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power, who hire champions all the time. Experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. You know why? The benefits. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. What an offer. Come see why Lift Power year in and year out is voted one of the best places to work. It's rapidly growing. It's been around for 50-plus years. It's family-owned and operated. Can't have a better work environment. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Do yourself a favor. Go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
JU carries their 5-game win streak to Charlotte for a quarrel with Queens. Dolphins Royals. Tomorrow at 1 on 1010 a.m.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day or any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, but he's decided to go into concierge medicine, a more personal world of medicine, and I went with him. Why? Well, because if I'm not feeling well, I call Doc T. I go in and see him if he feels that I need to. And I'm having a medical emergency. Here's Doc T's personal phone number. I'll call him. Gets right back to you or answers the phone. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. If you got any questions, all you got to do is go to his site, mypvconcierge.com. That's mypvconcierge.com. They're filling up fast in spots, so check them out and make a decision. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJacks.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? ET here from my bookie. And it's winner go home with the AFC and NFC finals this weekend. So build that bankroll up for the big game. The NFL playoffs are the ticket to the biggest game of the year, and all roads leads to New Orleans. This is your chance to get on every high-stakes moment along the way. Your road to New Orleans starts right now with my bookie. My bookie is the ultimate destination for bettors who want more. Whether you're backing the underdogs or riding with the favorites, every drive, every touchdown, every moment is an opportunity to win big. Kick off your 2025 right with risk-free Thursdays. Place a bet. If it doesn't hit, my bookie got your back. Dive into the Bet Boost tab to supercharge your picks and build that bankroll, my boy. My bookie's online casino keeps excitement going 24/7. From blackjack to baccarat, roulette to slots. Haven't joined yet? Now is the time. Use my promo code 1010XL on your very first deposit, and my bookie will hook it up instantly with a 50% deposit. With my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Ring in the new year with a new boat. Don't miss the Jacksonville Boat Show, January 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Prime Osborne Convention Center. Presented by ViStar Credit Union. Tickets at boatjacks.com. Come buy a boat.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We got the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, he loves to hand out razzle dazzle. He wants to dazzle today.
I do, and today I got a $100 gift card to Pandora with Valentine's Day right up the road, but I also got 2 Vintage Market Days tickets. All of this is courtesy of Explorer Clay. All you got to do is holler at me at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, monumental time for the New York Knickerbockers as they do something they haven't done in 50 years, E. Do you know what that is?
They do.
You don't know?
I don't.
Do you know, Jeff?
I have no idea.
Two.
Yeah, I do know. They have two
starters in the NBA All-Star game.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Brunson and who's the
Cat.
other? Oh, of course. The best shooting big man in NBA history. Well, probably second best. I'd give it to Dirk, but
Dirk.
whatever.
Do you know who the two were the last time it happened?
Patrick Ewing? Does it go back that far? Oh, Melo?
50 years. Further.
How long? 50?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'd have to go with Frazier.
That's correct.
And,
Walt Clyde Frazier. And?
I don't know.
Earl the Pearl Monroe.
Oh, Earl the Pearl.
Yeah.
They're not happy with the word on the streets in Tampa. They're not real happy with Liam Cohen today on sports radio, where he's being talked a traitor and a bum.
You can't. I get it. I would be the same. But I get it, man. You can't fault the dude for taking a head coaching opportunity. What was crazy was him not taking it in the first time. What was crazy was him suddenly. Now, ultimately, that worked out for Jacksonville because.
Well, yeah, he didn't take it because Balky.
Yeah. But I guess had never made it clear that was going to be the case.
I don't understand. I don't
This
know.
is what
Shad refused to believe that Balky was the problem, even when Ben Johnson went otherwise. And then by Cohen doing it, I guess he finally figured it out.
Here's the response. What an absolute snake move. 5th job in 5 years. Kentucky Rams, Kentucky Bucks, now Jags. Good luck in Jacksonville, you ladder-climbing turd.
Yeah. Correct. Good. You know who wanted him? You know who wanted him to stay their offensive coordinator at the highest salary ever offered a coordinator? The Bucks. That's also a positive sign.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but anyway, somehow they land on where they would have landed without Trent Baalke. So for that, I'm thankful. I can look forward to the draft, Dan. I can look forward to hope, just new eyes, new selections. It's something needs to change because the middle of the draft is killing us. We're not getting any influential talent rounds 2 to 6. Nothing.
Speaking of the draft, I've seen it again, and so we're gonna have to maybe think about this a little bit more before we dismiss it. But Matt Miller, we know him, right? Matt Miller's a guy who's one of those ESPN draft analyst guys, right? And he said this yesterday on SportsCenter. For me, it's Abdul Carter first overall, and then there's a gap to every other prospect in the class. He must be very well thought of, Jeffrey.
Yeah, very well
to
thought
which
of.
Abdul Carter responded, 100.
Yeah, I got you.
100.
100.
Yeah, it's not 100.
Yeah.
100.
100.
Thank you.
Dan Orlovsky wants the Jags to trade Trevor for Abdul Carter. Anyone here doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of the point yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Danny O.
By the way, and now it's almost like you had a crystal ball. This is twice now you've taken a guy that I'm fine with, and then you brought something up, and within a week something major has happened to make me share the same opinion. And you said you were over Orlovsky. I'm over him now for different reasons. This is the absolute. I mean, honestly, this is what I'm talking about. This gives you pause, by the way, when these guys are up there talking about other teams and other markets. This guy could not be more disconnected from what it's actually like here in Jacksonville right now.
Right.
I mean, never mind throwing out some crazy, silly season trade proposal. But this is just so dumb on so many levels. Yet here's Dan Orlovsky yesterday.
If you're Jacksonville, first of all, if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I am spurring this. Like, if I want out of Jacksonville. And if you're Tennessee, realistically, we're sitting here and we're trying to get all this rebuild, and I would be someone to tell you, I think Tennessee's got a decent football roster. Better than the first pick worthy type roster. Shador, and I haven't studied Shador and Cam well enough to make a definitive statement on where exactly I don't want to do that. Whatnot. And Travis Hunter special. You don't matter in that conference unless you get a quarterback.
All right. How many, not flaws, just like, the whole thing there's so many weak arguments to this, the whole thing falls apart. First and foremost, there's no part of Trevor who's sick of Jacksonville and wants out.
Right.
He loves it here, by all accounts. I mean, we're not having sleepovers, but we've talked about it. He's been a perfect fit here. The win, if and when the wins come, but he's not angling to get out of here because of this awkward start. He might be a year from now or 2 years from now, but that's That's ridiculous. Second, the last team in the world that we're ever trading anything that could come back to bite us would be to the Tennessee Titans. They're the last team in the NFL we would ever send a starting quarterback to.
Very, very last. Come on.
It's our biggest rival in the division, much less the conference.
Really one of the dumbest things ever been uttered on ESPN.
It really is so stupid on so many levels.
Tried to tell you.
Wow. Yeah, when are you on that one? So there he goes. He joins. I used to love listening to Dan Patrick. He ruined me.
We know Liam Cohen's going to call the plays.
Yeah, he better.
Okay, but
we thought that with our last head coach.
Or do we know that?
Right? Do we go? Do that?
I think no. These guys are usually when they're young like that. I mean, Peters could do it because he was successful and don't get away with it. This guy's going to want to call and put his print
I'm looking at the candidates the Bucs could pursue to replace Liam Cohen, and then I'm thinking I saw those guys linked to him too, and that's Mike LaFleur, who's the OC with the Rams, but
Matt LaFleur's brother, right?
Yes, but he's only coming if he gets to call the plays because he's already the OC.
Nah.
All right, sorry, bro.
Chip Kelly, the OC at the Ohio State Buckeyes, is another one who's connected to Cohen. I wonder if it's the Northeast because Chip's a New Hampshire guy. This guy's a Providence, Rhode Island guy. Jake Peets is another name that's been kicked around a little bit, and I think he's out in Seattle. He's a passing game coordinator.
Okay.
So those are the guys that, again, now, I don't think it'll matter as much if he says, I'm calling the plays.
Could we still?
If he says, we'll see, then
could we still Mark Brunell to incorporate some of what Detroit does in addition to what?
Ooh.
And he would be the play caller. Mark would be the quarterback's coach, and or the OC quarterback's coach, or just a thought.
The only issue with that is, and I bet Mark would be interested, but the only issue with that is always these guys all kind of go with guys that they're comfortable with.
I got it.
Know.
I get it. But there's also that is
but
at least balanced by the allure of Jacksonville and the comfort
if
he
the
has
offer
here.
were there, he might be interested.
I don't know. Just throw it out there.
I think.
By the way, Tony now involved in a voice that's heard officially and not on Breakfast with Baselli. Well, so obviously he'd have a lot of working knowledge there.
If Tony is whatever he is down there, does he stop doing radio?
The big pain in the ass is what y'all are going to find out he is.
Does he stop doing radio with us?
That's what they'll find out. Big old pain in the rear.
He's off the show?
Oh, God, here goes Baselli. Go that way.
No more on the show?
Huh?
We lose him?
Who knows?
Okay. Or does the price
leaving? I got to be honest. If this is how it goes down, leaving the text on red at now this crucial moment, not trusting us to get through 5 minutes with you here is ridiculous. After we carried you to the Hall of Fame, Dan, were you there in Canton? I was there in Canton.
Starts
I thought I heard him say this.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
I will say that
they forget
who,
facts.
by the way, belongs on this stage really soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks to meeting Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You made us winners. I always respected you. And I'm more grateful for you, Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser, with every passing year.
I know.
And Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser, you and your family will always mean the world to Angie and I. Thank you. It's not an overstatement.
Wow.
You were all instrumental in my path to Canton. Guys like Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser, you were all essential to my personal success and emblematic of why our teams in Jacksonville reflected the very best values of our game.
I know.
Your background, ethnicity, and beliefs and talents may differ.
Culture.
But when you report to work, you're one.
Yes.
But above all, I thank God for Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser. Thank you.
Wow.
I mean,
Where'd it happen? What happened to that?
Yeah. Where's that?
Where'd that go?
I mean, I do understand him not coming on, though, after he came on Monday and it was a firestorm.
No, but it's all been alleviated now. He can understand what a ruse he was pulling off. And
he helped him get the job.
We all right. You'd like to think.
Does he have a job?
Are we going to claim every help? Tony, it was us that told Tom about you when you're at USC.
Probably should.
Anyway, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
All right, we got to take a break.
I'm told on the text line that Orlovsky's pops lives in St. Johns County.
Well, tell him to talk to his son.
Get on the horn there with Daniel, young Daniel.
Retired down there?
I guess. I reckon. I don't know. I'm just being told on the text line. If it's on the text line, it must be true. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
Yeah. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. And he'll tell them what they are going to win.
Courtesy of Explorer, Clay, I got a $100 Pandora gift card for you with 2 Vintage Market Days tickets. All you got to do is holler at me right now 904-641-1010. Holla at your boy.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I wanted to be a senator.
I wanted to be a florist. International House Pancake.
1010XL, where sports radio dreams come true.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at hodgesmazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
What a weekend for Prize Picks. 10 million members are ready for the conference championship games. Things like, listen, Jaden Daniels only needs one passing yard for you to win one square. They'll give you one, right? It's Picksmas. Prize Picks giving you a shot at $1 million, too, along with daily rewards for just playing. Will Patrick Mahomes throw for more than 253? Will Travis Kelce have more than 69 yards receiving? Will Josh Allen rush for more than 48 yards? Woo! Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAXJX. Get $50 instantly. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. You get $50 instantly when you play 5. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go to the...
On 1010XL.
Jacksonville, get ready to spice up your night at One Night Taco Stand. Every Taco Tuesday, enjoy their mouth-watering tacos for just $2.99 and get your weekend started with 2-for-1 house margaritas. Find fresh Mexican street food, stiff drinks, and fun vibes at One Night Taco Stand with 3 Jacksonville locations in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home Saturday night to battle the Orlando Bears in a big South Division clash in downtown Jacks.
Calling all Jedi and Imperial forces.
Saturday is Star Wars night, when the Icemen wear special Star Wars-themed jerseys to be auctioned off live following the game. 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2025 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to just stop and say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming by and giving us the chance to help. You know, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry. But at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods, their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores, and we wish each of you a Happy New Year.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Looking at the timeline for Liam Coen. By the way, what do you think, Jag fans? You like the hire? Dial in right now if you want at 641-1010. We'll take a couple calls.
It's your boy up.
Hit us up. January 12th, Trent Baalke, the owner said Baalke be fired if a new head coach wants him out while he was on the Zoom. 3 days later, Coen on the Zoom.
Remember, there were reports that we attributed to Baalke, and in hindsight, maybe that wasn't correct, that he nailed the interview. They were super impressed with Coen and his...
Well, maybe originally he did think he had that guy.
Yeah.
Because Coen only interviewed for the one place.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying they were, the word was they were really impressed. It made it sound like, oh, this is the guy we've wanted all along. But you know, hopefully that's true. And his concepts of running an organization are smart.
Yeah. So, we'll see when they decide to do the press conference. I assume it'll be fairly quickly. So
I would think a lot of this will be happening in the next few hours.
Let's go on the Wiggle Wiggle hotline, take a couple calls. A couple Jag fans want to
I'm cool with that.
Jump in. Why not?
On a Friday. Why not?
Friday.
It's a GFL Friday. Green for life.
I'm good.
See if I can get this thing working here. Where are we starting there? In the SJC?
We'll start with Hayden.
All right. Hello, Hayden. Good morning.
What up, Hayden?
Morning, fellas. How you doing?
Doing awesome.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'll tell you what. In all honesty, I would have probably preferred Ben Johnson, maybe Aaron Glenn, and then maybe Joe Brady. But I'll tell you what, young guy coming in, offensive guy. Forget Baker Mayfield up in Cleveland was mediocre at best, and then all of a sudden he rolls in, and they get together, and all of a sudden magic starts happening. So all I'm saying is I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to the future. I think that this team can win a Super Bowl in the next 2 to 5 years. And I'm going to be there for it, so I'm really fired up.
I love it.
Good.
We needed this shot, Dan, of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we are so immersed in it, as our jobs, that we hear just so much of it. But just to the casual out there, at least, it's just a new beginning. It's spring. We planted a seed. Let's see if it's sour, right? But we're on, going to try again.
Let's get Maddie in here. Maddie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, boys. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Hey, I love the hire. I just, I'm looking at this and going, we were nothing except for Cohen coming in. He's the only reason why Trent's gone, and praise that right away. And then how about this? Tony Baselli becomes a part of the coaching hiring search, and we get this guy to turn on his verbal agreement with Tampa Bay. Can we get Tony in as a GM? Can we move on that?
Well, we'll try and contact him, see if we've been blocked yet. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Huh? We've been
ghosting us.
We've been blocked. I know we've been ghosted. Let's see if we can we've been left on red. We've been ghosted. Can we fulfill the trifecta and get blocked? Huh? Can we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps we can.
Steven's up.
The boys are so excited. Like these guys have led us into the inner chamber. They're opening the phone lines. Yeah, Esteban. Steven, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I'll be honest. Having the news of him almost signing his contract and the rumors about the assistant GM, and I'm here for Shad Khan's villain mode where he's just taking these people before they sign their contracts. So I'm excited to have what I consider an offensive whisperer because, I mean, between last year and this year, I don't think the Bucs changed too much, and he flipped that team to a top 5 offense. So, I mean, this is the first time in a long time since I've been in Jacksonville that I'm excited for.
Well, good for you. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm very happy that we've opened up these lines this morning. Your boy Kiko.
Kiko!
In San Pablo.
Somebody.
What's up,
Morning,
Kiko?
y'all.
Hello,
Hey.
Kiko.
Morning, y'all. Yes, everyone I think is real excited to hear about it. I fell asleep before the news came out last night, but it was on the wall. Writing was on the wall.
Mhm.
Now, if we could find out somehow to trade Trent Baalke to Tennessee, we'd all be real happy.
Thank you, Kiko. The Titans are doing a good job of sabotaging themselves. They haven't exactly been making great decisions of late either, and it's not the best year to have that number 1 overall pick. It's kind of what the Hawks dealt with in the NBA this year. I mean, I'm not saying there won't be a star there. There will. But it's going to be harder to find them because there doesn't seem to be a lot of those top, especially at the positions that go number 1. So,
couple more.
Good luck with the good luck to the Titans, and by good luck I mean bleep off. Let's go to Steve in Melbourne. Checking in.
Wiggle.
I assume
Hey,
Florida.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, guys. This one's for ET. Come on, somebody!
That's all he wanted to say.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm super happy for the hire. For once, Jacksonville's seen as the villain. I love it.
That's fair. You know what? That's good. Down in Tampa, they're talking about the Jaguars this morning, Dan, and their head coach, and there's actually a reason to dislike us.
Yeah.
We got 39 is going to be the youngest head coach named, right?
Ever?
For the Jags.
Oh.
Coughlin was in his 40s, right?
Yeah.
Was Gus under 39? I don't think so. Yeah, probably the youngest head coach in accepting the job in franchise history.
I would
All
say
right.
so.
Darren's on the best side this morning. Hello, Darren.
Hey, Darren.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm glad they brought in Tony for whatever role that's going to emerge into or what have you. It looks like, Shad is a great owner. He's just not been a good owner, and I hope that makes sense. I think he's done wonderful things for our city, and I love Shad Khan to death. I just think he's made some really poor choices and decisions, and even timing this time. But you know what? I'm glad Trent's gone. No matter what happens out of this, I'm excited about Liam coming in, and I think this is going to be a good move for the city overall. We got a new stadium coming in, breath of fresh air.
Yeah, let's get excited. Thank you, Darren, and feel free to drop us off a cake every now and then for
Thank
Pete's
you,
sake.
Darren. One more.
Used to be Darren the baker, Dan.
We'll close it out. David over in Green Cove. What up, David?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. Awesome.
Love to hire. I got a couple of comments.
Mm-hmm.
In Tampa, they're calling Liam a snake.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really look at this thing as it was reported, he did talk to Bowles and let him know, he told Bowles his son was sick. And then he went on to tell him that, he was going to go back and talk to Jacksonville. Now, if he was a snake, he wouldn't even have told Bowles that, he was going to go back to Jacksonville. So I just think it was a situation where he didn't want to be, he had already made up his mind. He found out Trent got fired, made up his mind, and he didn't want to deal with them, beating him over the head. But the way the story came out, I believe his son may have been legitimately sick and may have been at the doctor. But the other thing I wanted to say was there was also a story with a Tampa Bay writer that said that Baalke, after he was already fired, called Cohen and asked him to come back in for another interview. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that was reported out of Tampa. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Trent Baalke's a complicated character. I'd really like to get a total look at him. I mean, obviously there's some charm under there somewhere with some, at least with some people. With
I wouldn't use that word.
Well, how, Dan? I mean, Shad Khan's not silly, right? He stayed in San Francisco for a long time. Those people out in San Francisco aren't dumb. There's got to be whatever. Okay, the semantics. What is that ability to have that much control?
Some would say manipulation.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the guy. So
yeah, nor do I.
But yeah, so all right, good phone calls. We'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. Heading towards the 8:00 hour. Liam Coen, the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, going forward, and we'll see how they continue to restructure help wanted GM. We know Tony's talking to him. We'll see how it all goes. It's all coming up more next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Give them 2 hours and they'll give you 3 unique takes on the sports stories of the day. We love discussions. Joe C., Matt, and Leon are XL Prime Time.
And may the best man win.
2 to 4 weekdays.
Long story.
On 1010XL.
Hey, couldn't be any happier or prouder to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, I mean it. That's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom over there off Atlantic Boulevard, man. All the folks there are so friendly, so nice. And Justin Moore and the group there are just terrific people. And listen, I got my boy Blue. If you want a truck like me, George Moore Chevrolet is the place for you. But if you want a car, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, they got them all, man. And if you can't make it over Atlantic, don't worry. Just go to morechevy.com. More with an E because it's easy to navigate as any site you'll try. They got all the vehicles there. They got the sales, the service, the parts. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? ET here for my bookie. And it's winner go home with the AFC and NFC finals this weekend. So build that bankroll up for the big game. The NFL playoffs are the ticket to the biggest game of the year, and all roads leads to New Orleans. This is your chance to get on every high-stakes moment along the way. Your road to New Orleans starts right now with MyBookie. MyBookie is the ultimate destination for bettors who want more. Whether you're backing the underdogs or riding with the favorites, every drive, every touchdown, and every moment is an opportunity to win big. Kick off your 2025 right with risk-free Thursdays. Place a bet. If it doesn't hit, MyBookie got your back. Dive into the Bet Boost tab to supercharge your picks and build that bankroll, my boy. MyBookie's online casino keeps excitement going 24/7. From blackjack to baccarat, roulette to slots. Haven't joined yet? Now is the time. Use my promo code 1010XL on your very first deposit, and MyBookie will hook it up instantly with a 50% deposit with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
The big game is almost here, and Sonny's Barbecue wants you to win a barbecue feast. Text Sonny's to the text line brought to you by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010 for your chance to win. 641-1010.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $2,600 per ounce. Pay bills. Buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If your high school student is a high performer, they could be 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
On 1010XL.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when you head into a brand new year with a boat show coming up, you've got a lineup of Honda and Coach pontoon boats that you want people to know about.
We do. We've got them in stock. It might still be a little chilly, but it's never too soon to start thinking about your next boat. We are going to be at the boat show January 24 to 26. You can come see us there. If you can't make it to our showroom, come see us at the boat show.
All sorts of ideas and opportunities to enjoy fun on the water with Cycles of Jacksonville. You can log on and check them out, or head to the showroom and be at the boat show.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets, DUI, license problems, gun charges, drug charges. If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick, a candle bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Loan Pronto. Liam Coen informed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers he's agreed to become the Jaguars head coach. CBS Sports insider Jonathan Jones confirmed Trent Baalke's departure put the wheels in motion.
Clearly, Liam Coen was not interested in the job with Trent Baalke.
Jacksonville Dolphins got the victory over West Georgia, and assistant head coach Christian Terrell says pushing tempo is key to recent success.
Every time that we get a stop on defense, we're trying to push as fast as we can.
Up next, JU faces Queens, North Carolina. You can hear the game tomorrow afternoon starting at 1 on 1010 XL AM. FSU men's basketball's head coach Leonard Hamilton is looking for more from his team.
Teach them and develop a little more consistency and passion.
The Seminoles will remain in California to face Stanford tomorrow at 7 p.m. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently at 7:58 and it's 31 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Captain D coming, 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 Captain D coming.
The boys at Tampa aren't happy.
Yeah, it's fun to watch them. They were all singing his praises just a day ago, and now, he's a turncoat rat bastard, which I get.
Oh, yeah.
It would be our least favorite. If our coordinator, who we really wanted, who flirted with another job and then agreed to become the highest paid coordinator and stay here, then snuck off and didn't tell anyone and took the job anyway, he would be persona non grata in Jag Nation.
Yeah.
So, but we'll take it on the other side. I think there's a point. It's nice to be the villain. It's nice to be something.
And one guy, it's one group.
And it is Liam Coen.
It's one guy.
That's what they're calling him down there at the Pewter Report.
One of these pods or whatever they are. I don't know what they are. The guy's like, all right, so Liam Cohen's greatest thing. I mean, because what a decision. He said, I want to stay here. That's a next evening. Now there's a report. Liam Cohen, you know what? Bleep that guy.
And that's sports fandom in a nutshell. No, there's B-Trap in play this morning, so we'll give it to you in 295 there on the Beltway heading north at Bay Meadows. If you travel that Beltway there, you are familiar with what we're talking about. So There you go. Another one brought to you by CT8 Catlin Truck Accessories.
The last time that we were like the bad guys, I feel like it was like 2017. It's like we were the bullies.
Yeah, we were bad guys.
Like we were, but like on the field, like people didn't like Jacksonville for real.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of feels like right now with Tampa.
All right, I want to stay on task here with the football. I know everyone's excited. We'll tell you as much as we know about Liam Cohen, how everything went down, and hopefully what the prospects might be. I'm also equally excited. I may be more excited, Dan, about the change in eyes and making the decision change in the front office. I think has me more excited than Cohen.
Yeah,
if it is indeed a transition, a new.
I got to tell you, I'm yes and yes, but I am excited to see an offense that maybe shows me something different.
Right.
I just thought
the
that
very stale, very stale.
Yeah, I thought the playbook was just
and the play call,
and
it's like
just boring, and I don't even know about the play call. I didn't even get that far because there was never anything different, never anything fresh or innovative. Like I said, I mean, we all watch. I can remember one play I've told you a million times. Finally, I clapped it up in one of their wins where they ran like a roll right, throw it back to Duvernay with Sheriff pulling. It was like something that looked like different. Well, every other play they'd run 1,000 times. It's like every week it was almost like they never put in anything new. They never had, I got this great one to beat this too deep, attack, or here's what we're gonna do. Like even when Green Bay beat us, and
they found the play wide open.
Yeah, and they
filed it away.
Yeah, they filed it away. I mean, we never did that.
They get it wide open twice. We can't get it wide open either time.
Ever. And like you've always said, when we throw routes, guys are covered.
You got to squeeze it in there.
You watch the teams we play, and part of it's because our defense was terrible. But when we played, there'd be guys running wide and free.
All right, let's get the Whisperer in here and get his opinion on Liam Cohen.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Whisper's wearing the U this morning. I see what he's doing there.
Oh, my God.
I like that.
Can I, before we start on that, though, you're up now, by the way, Denny. It's a new and improved drill. We're actually already in your segment. Yeah, he can't believe it. We're used to going to break right now. But Dan, I want to tell you, in the history of mushes that have been executed on this program,
a lot of them.
I may have committed the biggest mush in the history of the program because of the ferocity and the pace with which it played out.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with you, Denny. You can look, you're safe. Whew. You gave me a look like, really? You're going to guys just like that? You're
right
all
on me. Right off the rip.
No, here it is. I asked Doc Murphy 24 hours ago how it was possible that Novak Djokovic at 38 years old could continue to play injury-free tennis.
Yeah.
And Novak Djokovic went out in the semifinals yesterday at the Australian, overnight at the Australian Open, and had to retire with a torn muscle in his leg.
Dang it!
That is some kind of ferocious mush, man.
Yeah,
that's a jinx. I mean, that didn't even go. I didn't make it 24 hours. I said that yesterday at 7:45, and by 3:30 in the morning here stateside, my man was in the hospital. So I apologize to the Joker.
Play in our next guest, please.
Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Morning, Denny.
Well, my apologies. I mean, normally we don't start this segment
We're
for
usually
another
going to
7 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah,
No,
so my apologies.
On us.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
First off, do you know anything about Liam Cohen?
I do. I met Liam back in the day when he was his first time at Kentucky.
Okay.
Joey Gatewood transferred in there, and Liam was fresh from
he's probably in his 20s then. So.
Yeah, the Rams.
Okay.
Yep.
Explain to us as best you know is it because some people can take it as concerning that he bounced back and forth between the Rams and the Kentucky and then the Rams and Kentucky. Or do you know?
I don't, but I will make this is 100% a guess.
Mm-hmm.
That Kentucky job for an offensive guy is super tricky. Like you think about it, and I think a lot of guys are tempted to go there.
Right.
I think it's like Will Muschamp was when he was a head coach, is the way Stoops is he's just not going to put the emphasis on offense. And so my best guess, because this happened a couple of times, they got a bunch of NFL guys in there, is they would get somebody in and he'd realize, man, I like it better in the NFL. And then they would, hey, man, why don't you come back for a little bit more money? I promise it's going to be different. And then it wasn't. You know, that's just my guess because you watch that, and that was at Will Levis time. Like, there was whole thing. So I don't know, man. I think this one is a tough job, and you got to get what you can get when you can get it. I mean, you just do.
Right.
And he's a smart guy. He's a personable guy, very good personality. Every dealing I've had with him, he's been honest and upfront. And so I think he was just trying to improve his standing to get to this point.
It seems
some guys got to do it differently.
It seems like that. Like, this guy does not stay in a job more than 2 years.
Yeah.
And so did you get that feeling of talking to him that he was chasing the brass ring?
No, I really didn't. I think he, again, this is all me guessing, but it's a stereotype of coaches.
Yeah.
They do such a good job of convincing themselves, regardless of what the situation is, that the job that they're in at that current time, they're going to be in for a while, and they just go hard at that job, and they do well, and then somebody else throws them more money.
Well, I'll point out his ride: Brown 2010, Rhode Island 2011, Brown 2012-13, UMass 14-15, Maine 16-17, Rams 18-20, Kentucky 21, Rams 22, Kentucky 23, Buccaneers 24, Jags 25. So he's certainly working his way up the ladder, so to speak. He said he left the Rams the first time to go call plays because he wasn't able to call plays because McVay does it there.
Yep.
So,
but and the other interesting thing, there's multiple stops on there twice.
Yes.
So he obviously don't burn bridges.
Good point.
Right? Like, he's obviously leaving places on good points and be able to come back. Which, you know, most football coaches, if they go out, they go into blaze.
They gone. Yeah. They gone. They ain't coming back. It'll be, I mean, obviously for him is, you know, and he'll have a lot to do here. And there's a lot of work to be done. And the team was terrible last year, but getting Trevor right is going to be the number one. You know, the team is tied to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence still has cachet as far as people believe that he can be that guy. And we'll see, because this is Trevor's. I feel like, Denny, that whoever shot hired is going to get these 4 years to usher us to the new stadium.
Yeah.
Because of all the different things that'll be. The construction starts.
Yep.
Then it really goes on. You got a half full stadium. Then you're on the road for every game in 27. Then you come home and open it in 28. You don't want to have, you know, so it will be it's a tough task.
Can I just add something in fairness to the entirety of the Liam Coen resume, which includes, as we've given him much credit for, the incredible production that he got out of Tampa last year, especially in a year with injuries.
You want to go back to what he did at Brown, what he accomplished?
Well, no, I'm going to say the 1 year that he was the offensive coordinator in Los Angeles in 2022. It's fair and worth noting that dead last in the NFL in offense that year were the Rams at 280 yards a game. Scoring offense, you would have found them bottom 5 at 18 a game. And so after that year, he went back to Kentucky. That doesn't feel like a guy searching for autonomy. It feels like a guy that just got blistered by the NFL and, you know, went back to gather himself. Now, look, that is way balanced to me by what happened last year.
Right.
3-4 years later, older, more mature and experienced. So,
no, I mean,
and that Rams team, by the way, is also the Rams team that went off of the map, remember?
Yeah.
Everyone got hurt. They were Johnny Wolford and Baker Mayfield and you know, just a lot went wrong that year.
And listen, I like Liam from what I know about him, but the Kentucky offenses weren't exactly setting the world on fire.
Right.
They said he's
and again, I don't blame that on him. It doesn't matter who goes in there.
Tough place.
Yeah.
It's
bad.
Was he there with Levis?
Yes.
He was.
Yes.
Levis's last year was his year there, the second time?
It wouldn't have been his last year because I think Levis.
Because when he was there 2 years ago, when Levis's second year, he would not have been there with Levis when he was the coordinator.
Well, I know
Is there
Levis
21 and
Joey
23
came in at the same time.
21, he would have. The 23, Levis was gone, right? That's his rookie year.
What year did they beat the Gators in Gainesville when
year.
Levis
23.
hit the dude down the middle of the
That was
field?
22.
I don't remember.
That was 22.
Yeah. 23 was when Ray Davis ran wild.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Went for
yeah.
a
Toss
million
sleep right.
yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that was the easy play call day. We're just going to give it to the running back.
Right.
Florida can't tackle.
Just toss it to him.
Just toss it. No problem.
But it is. I mean, to your point, Dan, like this is a unique and exciting job in that the franchise quarterback is here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new stadium. There's a new, I don't know, era, if you want to call it
You're
that.
gonna have a new GM.
A new GM.
To pick the players.
But, at the same time, like, you got to change the narrative here in the sense of right now, I believe this is the place that people come to make a lot of money and there's not a lot of pressure to win, and they fall into that. They fall into mediocrity here. Players, coaches, everything. And, to change that culture without a history of winning as a head coach is going to be a tough ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So
you bring Pete Carroll in, he changes the culture right away, is my point. Like, this is more of a
right.
We believe this is the right guy.
We want the and that guy McVay. We keep saying that guy. McVay's the only one that's really made it work. He's going to Super Bowls. I mean, we're impressed with Kevin O'Connell. I haven't seen him lifting the Lombardi or even playing in the game. We're impressed with some of the other quote offensive
LaFleur
minds. Yeah.
But you know what I think is really good about all those guys you just named is their relationship with their players, namely their quarterback is so good. That whole tree understands how to treat quarterbacks. All those guys you just named, if you go and you ask quarterbacks around the league who they want to play for, those are the guys that they're going to say.
Interesting. Well, what's going on with you? I mean, this is blasphemy as you come traipsing in here. Do you do this to taunt me? Why do you do this?
What are you talking about, wearing a Miami hoodie?
Because you were cold?
Because Angie's been out of town all week, and and they gave me Carson got me a bag of stuff.
Is this
clean?
Is this any kind of violation? In the old days, would this have been a violation?
No, there's no violations. This was bald action. Actually, I got proof of it because they called you out. I tried to call you from the store when I was paying for this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Have you really not ever been to the Fanatics at Avenue Mall? I'm not trying to drop like a.
Have I never been there?
Yeah, they said everybody from here's been there but you. They're waiting on you to walk in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was still open. Is it still up there in the corner next to the Sears
Can't
or
be
whatever?
A sports guy and
is Sears still open too?
I don't know.
It's
like a furniture.
I go to Fanatics.
I don't believe that's true.
Hey, Media Mogul, let's go up there today.
I go
years.
every year at
It's been
Christmas
years.
time because I go in at Christmas. I've been in there probably every Christmas season.
They called me out though.
Yeah. They did call you out.
All right, I'll get over there. We'll go over there.
I hope that Fanatics now understands a freebie will be expected.
Right. You just got free advertising.
Right.
I'm going to get an email from the sales team later, so yeah. Hook them up.
Yeah.
No, but everything else is good, man. We're in draft prep. We've got Peyton Thorne down here, Sammy Edwards from St. Augustine. Sammy had an amazing year, 2 years at Valdosta.
Yeah.
And so he's going to give this thing a run.
Good.
And
good for him.
Yeah. So will
Sammy will get to a camp?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's athletic.
Yeah.
He's very athletic.
Yeah.
An elite mover. So
okay.
I think so. I think like if he doesn't, he'll get to a camp in Canada or something like that. He'll continue to play football.
He'll play football.
Yeah.
That's good for him.
And Sammy, he's such a good dude.
Good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really, I think they went to their national championship game.
They got drilled.
Yeah. But still, he got all the way there.
I think he finished in the top 5 of the Harlan Hill, which is the Division II. The
Heisman.
Heisman back-to-back years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, kind of low-key group, but nice. Really nice. All of our guys went back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
So, Cam's not here. Cam's in Houston.
Okay.
But, yeah, everybody else went back to school. It was
Give us I was thinking this about Carson. I will say this. He went to, he was at Georgia last year.
He's discovered that TikTok. I'll tell you that much.
And
he hasn't.
And
he has.
And I looked at remember we talked about the Georgia schedule?
Yeah.
And I haven't looked at the whole schedule, but I did know that it's
the same as last year.
Miami plays Notre Dame to start, and then they got Florida like a week or two later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know it's not as Georgia-esque, but it ain't easy.
No, it's not easy. It seems right. It seems fun.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting, and we know this because it's it's common knowledge that Carson grew up a Gator fan, right? I mean, why not just play a year at Miami, beat us, and then go FSU? Just finish this off. Go the Big Three on us while you're at it. So they'll face.
I don't think that was his intent.
Yeah.
Does he have another year of eligibility?
Who's going to win that? Who would you think right now would win that Florida Miami game?
Oh man, I think that's going to be a great
good
game.
one. Huh?
Yeah.
Is he definitely going to be full go by then? Kind of hoping maybe by week 3 he'll be full go.
No, he should.
You shouldn't rush it. I mean, you got an NFL future to think about.
He should be good. I like where he is right now because he's like still on the tip of everybody's tongues on these lists, but he's not in the top 3 on any list that I've seen.
Right.
And I will say that there is I was telling him this last night. I haven't seen him like this in a while where there is just he's having a blast with this and working his butt off. And so I definitely think the change of scenery, nothing against Georgia, just a change of scenery allowed him to kind of take the next step. And I think also settling into just this injury situation and what that's going to look like for the next 3 months. And to his credit, just going, hey, I got to do it.
Denny, how close are we getting to? It's been we've discussed this a million times, but it seems to me Josh Allen's, Lamar Jackson's, Jaden Daniels is the next one. Ooh, what a year he's had. But that not just the thrower, and look, they all Trevor has speed. These guys are good athletes, don't get me wrong. But the quarterbacks who have either Josh Allen with the size, who's so big, and or the quarterbacks with the speed and the wiggle. The wiggle is the it's such an extra added. Is there more of a challenge if your guy's just a pocket guy? Do they take that into it? They must take it into account.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's many of those left. Like, I mean, Carson, for example, is considered a pocket guy. But
yes.
Carson moves.
He can move.
I mean,
but he isn't like the elite runner guys.
Brock is considered a pocket guy, but Brock can move. Like
it's Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's the word I use is
Trevor can. I don't think he's been instructed right. I think he could be a better runner if someone were.
Yeah, I think all those guys we mentioned have this suddenness, and it shows in their throw, and it shows in their movements and things like that.
Didn't Purdy have like
the fastest 10-yard split at the combine? And that's what
gets you out of the jam.
You know what I would say about it? At the college level, the guy who could do that, Stetson Bennett. He could scoot.
Oh gosh, Stetson
can scoot.
Stetson was a victim of his story, the walk-on story. That dude is really good.
The play against Auburn, he had like a 50-yard run where he outran like down the field. I was like, whoa.
And like a lot of those guys, it always happens at an inopportune moment. Like it's not a big part of their arsenal, but then they'll do. It's like Mahomes. He's not a big runner, but man, he'll do one every 3 games that you're like, oh my God, man.
That's a good point. Again, I hate to keep going back to Carson, but it's
it's
fresh.
your guy, yeah.
Well, I mean, we were going through film and we noticed, and he's like, the games that he struggled, where he started picking it up is when he had a big run.
Yeah, it opens.
And it's just like, and I asked him about that, and he's like, I was like, it's not about getting hit. It's not about anything like that. It's just about like, this is who I am. Now let's get going. And so I think to y'all's point, if they're holding Trevor back from running, they're holding Trevor back from production. But I don't think they're holding him back from running. I think that he's got good receivers. He's trying to push the ball down the field. He don't have time. A lot of times to run, you got to have time, weirdly enough.
It's funny.
Because you got to have that second level drop.
Yeah.
I can remember telling Bortles, when he's first starting out, young kid playing the position. I'm just some slappy. But, you're there all the time back in the day. And so you'd interview him. And I said, Blake, you need to take off and run early in the game. You seem to play better after you do that. I think there's some truth to that. And it's funny you just said that about Carson and made me think about that because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's getting the hit. I don't know if it loosens things up a little bit. I don't know. But and Mahomes obviously is the master. When Mahomes sees man and he knows those guys are turning and running, he knows he's got a lane. He'll take that 20 any day.
Yeah, even like Josh, because when we talk about running quarterbacks, if you just pulled it up by rushing yards, you would come up with Lamar and Anthony and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. And
yes,
you talk about 3 different styles of those 5 people of running.
Yeah, different styles.
Like some of them are quarterback sweeps, some of them are zone reads, and a lot of them are just, to y'all's point, my guys went out, they're in man, they're covered. Oh, I see a C gap open right there, and I'm going to go get. We'll get that first down so we can keep moving.
You mentioned a name I wanted to ask you about as we get ready for conference championship weekend. Jalen Hurts is really talked about.
Yeah.
Is he how do you view him? I mean, he's obviously he knows how to win. Obviously, he's a heck of a runner. And sometimes he still has some bad throws, misses some wide open guys. AJ Brown's always ticked at him. He's got to deal with that. But how do you view does Jalen Hurts help or hinder the Eagles?
Oh, that's a good question. He helps. He definitely helps. He's not a traditional quarterback, and he's never going to be a traditional quarterback. The reason why he can do a tush push and the reason why he can squat an entire weight room is also probably the reason why he's not the most accurate passer. Is he's just so powerful,
too strong, too thick.
Just like and it that kind of promotes like a it's hard to rotate.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's hard to rotate when you've got quads like that, and you've got, and so you can't pull that away,
right?
Because that's his strength. But if you can build an offense around his strength, which they have largely done, and Saquon helps that as well, then he can win you a lot of football games. I don't know. I think he's going to end up being that guy that half the fan base says we've got the best quarterback in the league, and the other half, we need a new quarterback for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
He's just going to deal with that.
Do you feel like it's Josh Allen's time, or would you never bet against the Chiefs?
Never bet against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Never bet against the Chiefs.
It's tough.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 6 of the top 50 running backs in the NFL this year were quarterbacks. In other words, 6 of the top 150 top rushers that show up. The top is obviously Saquon with over 2,000. The bottom is Devin Singletary. He had 437. Some of these will be layups, but can you give me the 6 NFL quarterbacks who show up in the top 50 in the NFL rushing stats? I really think there's one somewhat tough one. I give you guys, I'm going to put the over-under at, it's got to be at 5.5, because if 5 is not, there's one that'll be worth
So let's
a
get
win.
the easy ones out.
Yeah,
Lamar,
get the easy ones out.
Jalen.
Lamar is 915.
Jaden Daniels.
Daniels is second, 891.
And then Josh Allen.
Allen is actually fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
531.
All right.
Yeah, the low total is 437.
Okay.
How
Lamar
did Caleb
915,
Williams
Jaden
run it a
Daniels
lot? What's the low number? What's the number?
The low number is for the top 50 or for quarterbacks?
No,
quarterbacks.
for the.
The bottom of the top 50 is Devin Singletary at 437 yards.
So I need anybody with over 430.
That's crazy. It'd be more than 437 yards.
Kyler Murray.
Maybe that's a good one. That's a good thought.
Bo Nix.
I mean, Jalen Hurts, did he not?
Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is a good one.
How about Bo Nix?
And the game ends.
Golly. Jalen was in there, though, right?
Jalen is actually third. He's third, 630.
Yeah.
It's Lamar, Jalen, Josh Allen.
Yeah, we had him.
You mentioned the guy who's number 6. And shame on both of you for not getting 5, especially you.
Okay. Oh, Anthony.
Anthony. Anthony was actually 5th, 499.
Yeah. Kyler.
Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams ran for 4. And then it was pretty close to that. Caleb Williams was 6th among quarterbacks at 489. Bo Nix was 7th.
Okay.
He was 430. And then a guy I thought Hick would say. A guy I thought you would say, because he really flashed running ability in addition to showing some future. And that was Drake May. I thought y'all might say Drake May.
He didn't play enough.
He had one long run, though, I think. I bet he had one.
You know what got me on that? I am. It's not an excuse.
Yeah.
I was thinking college for sack yards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you said Caleb,
that's stupid in college, by the way. They need to stop that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because think about all these unbelievable rushing totals put on by quarterbacks. They had to have at least some sacks, I would think.
Yeah. Because when you said Caleb, I was like, he got sacked too much.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it's not. By the way, after the first.
Where's Baker at?
So
Baker's not in that, right?
Baker's right there, 378. Yeah. He's after Drake May. He would be 789.
You know who we would have said a couple years ago would have been on that list?
Herbert is 306, though. He's down a little bit.
Didn't you think Herbert would have been?
And Justin Fields only 289, but he didn't play enough.
Yeah. I thought Herbert would have been more of a runner through his career, but he's got hardballed a little bit too.
Yeah.
Bottom line, any and everybody can. Any and all of them will go for. If they play all of it, they'll go for about 200. Even Joe Burrow has 200 rushing yards. So I mean, really, you better. And Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold has 212. C.J. Stroud 233. Bryce Young 249.
What would you think is
Geno Smith?
Brock have?
Daniel Jones.
Brock wouldn't.
He's lower than all them.
Huh.
Interesting. All right, Denny. It's good to see you, my brother.
Appreciate you,
Enjoy your day. That's Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer. We love him. And we'll take a break. Keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I want you to promise me something. I want you to play life just like you played that game today. So when that final buzzer of life goes off, you'll have no regrets.
1010XL. Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Did you have people over for the holidays? Kids everywhere, dirt everywhere, all over the carpets, the rugs, the sofas, the chairs. Did that kitchen tile take a beating? Sounds like it's time to call the guys over at Zero Res. Zero Res Techs will get the house looking great again. Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holiday, give Zero Res a call. Right now, get 25% off carpet cleaning and 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward. Zero Res. Spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here. And make sure you get out the house and crush those New Year's resolutions on the beautiful trails of Clay County, of course. With perfect weather, now's the time to explore Jennings State Forest, Mike Rose's Gold Head State Park, and Belmore State Forest. After your hike, refuel at one of Clay's local favorites, like Dalton Sports Grill or the Corner Pocket. Clay is my home, so I can promise you my people will take great care of you. Tell them ET sent you. Visit exploreclay.com and share your adventures with hashtag ExploreClay. Come on, somebody.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home Saturday night to battle the Orlando Bears in a big South Division clash in downtown Jacks.
Calling all Jedi and Imperial forces.
Saturday is Star Wars night, when the Icemen wear special Star Wars-themed jerseys to be auctioned off live following the game. 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is hashtag Frozen Frenzy.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3,
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Jacksonville. When AEW returns home, it is the biggest party in all of professional wrestling. Daily's Place, the home of AEW. And on Saturday, January 25th, Collision returns live. It's a new year and a whole new era in AEW. And there's no better time to experience the excitement than right now. AEW Collision Homecoming, live from Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends.
Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Love to jump around. It's a good song on a Friday.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Packing the wind out of me, that's a sin.
All right, listen, we've already done this with Herb Street. We've already had to backtrack on some harsh statements.
Are we backtracking already?
Well, I don't know if it's a backtrack, but it's at least a fair point, okay?
All right.
I'll read a social media post here, E.T. You heard of this this new platform called X?
Talk to me.
This was posted on X by one Ashley Cohen. Ashley would be Liam's wife.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
She said, I hate I even have to say this, but when people are negative about my kids, I can't be silent. Our son is sick. We were at the hospital yesterday seeing a specialist for his autoimmune disease. Please don't spread misinformation and assume because you heard one side. So maybe there was a period of disconnect between Cohen and Todd Bowles and the Bucks, but apparently he didn't use a sick kid as an excuse to jet up to Jacksonville for an interview. In full disclosure and fairness,
keeping it real here.
There we go.
There's Bucks have a passing game coordinator named Josh Grizzard.
Okay, Lewis's son,
grandson. Could go with Cohen to the Jags or get promoted in Tampa. He's only 34. He's a Yale grad, coached at Duke and with the Dolphins for 7 years before joining the Bucks last year. Grizz worked closely with Cohen in 2024. That's from Greg Allman, who covers the NFL.
Listen, I'm all about these ideas. You know, I mentioned earlier, and it doesn't seem to be any kind of fit, but like Mark Brunell is with Cohen remaining the play caller, but Brunell here as a coordinator, which would be similar to the role that he would have taken had Ben Johnson had been a head coach, right? He would have been his coordinator, part of the game planning, but it would have been Johnson calling the plays. And so, and part of that benefit to me would have been getting that some of those Detroit ideas that are so good. And the same thing would apply here, though, with Grizzard. The Dolphins, when they're at full strength, they're known for having a pretty creative attack. I mean, their offense has been productive when they have their pieces in place, right? When you say overall, Mike McDaniel's offense has worked down there.
I wonder how it works. Like Cohen's leaving. So how quickly, if you're the Bucks, are you on the phone to Casey Rogers, run game coordinator, or Larry Foote?
These are their own guys?
Yeah. Or, anybody who he may be thinking of, Kevin Carberry, who's the O-line coach, or, Yeah.
Look, I can see how you're upset if you're the Bucks. They've had a lot of turnover at that position. This will be the fourth coordinator in 4 years.
Right.
Bowles fired Leftwich, and then Canales came in, and after 1 year, he got a head coaching job. And then Cohen came in, and after 1 year, he's gotten a head coaching job. So I mean, this will be year 4. Thank goodness Baker Mayfield has now developed to the point that all of the change probably doesn't matter as much, is it?
Yeah.
But do it to a young quarterback, i.e. Trevor. You know, he's still waiting for his consistency. This will be his 4th coach, 4th coordinator when you count Bevel.
Looking at the grade from ESPN, how would you grade this hire? B-. The good news, Jags got their guy. Cohen elevated the Bucs offense in 2024, used a wide variety of personnel involved, developed young players. Bucky Irving, Jalen McMillan, Luke Gedicke.
Well, why the B-?
And used veteran players in fresh ways. Besides Ben Johnson, Cohen was the hot offensive name on the market. The bad news, the Jags, because they are the Jags, bungled the process.
Okay, well,
and now Cohen enters Jacksonville with the ability to influence the hire of the next GM, which is a lot of power to give to a young, relatively untested coach. Hiring the offensive flavor of the month is also, while a defensible idea, risky. Cohen has exactly 5 years of NFL coaching experience and 1 year of NFL play calling experience, a thin resume, and accordingly, a big leap.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No,
all fair.
No.
But also,
no, we bungled we still got the guy.
Although I will say this,
well, we did bungle the process, though.
But we still got the guy.
Well, we got the second guy.
Okay, true. Well, we got the second guy.
Well, and we also managed to bungle the GM on out of here as part of the bungling.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the trade-off for me. I would have rather have Ben Johnson. I would rather have Liam Cohen and a different GM than Trent Baalke and Ben Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you can spin it that way, but I would come back and spin it like, well, he was going to leave anyway.
Well, then why didn't Ben Johnson have the stones if he wanted to be our coach to force him out?
Was he impatient?
Or was that not Liam Cohen doing that?
No.
That was Shad just finally realizing.
That's a very unfair statement.
Well, he finally went.
Why didn't Ben Johnson have the stones to force him out of court? Ben Johnson,
if he wanted the job.
Ben Johnson was crystal clear. I'm not coming to work there with Baalke.
Yeah.
Right? So,
why? So it's Shad. Then Shad obviously thinks Liam Cohen is better than Johnson, or he just realized that after losing Johnson,
he's like, here's our top 2 guys, and I can't get any of them.
That second guy came here like, no.
Second guy was
I think, that was it. Yeah.
That would be my guess. How can Cohen improve this offense at the draft? Number 5 pick in the first round. The Jags will have options for Cohen as he looks to build a better offense. The former regime hit on Brian Thomas Jr., and the return of a healthy Lawrence will be huge in improving the team's ability to score. But if that's not enough, the 5th pick is a great spot to invest in offensive help. Well, there's no way they're going to do this, but there is a shot that Colorado two-way star Travis Hunter could be on the board. Should he be gone, 6'5" wideout Tet McMillan would be an awesome complement to Thomas's deep threat speed with his ability to attack the ball in 50-50 situations. Offensive line seems set with bookend tackles, Walker Little and Anton Harrison, but the interior could be addressed with Kelvin Banks Jr. or Will Campbell making a move inside to guard.
Dan, let me ask you a question, though.
Yes.
If you're a Mets fan and you've had a prospect you're waiting on, and he's developed for 4 years, and over 4 years he's a bench player, and he's somewhat a utility man, and then you let him into the starting lineup, and he hits 240 with 11 homers, and then it's year 5, you put him in the lineup, and he hits 298 with 51 homers and 120 RBIs. What would your expectation be for him the next year? Would it be for him to continue excelling?
You're telling me he's excelled everywhere except for his first little run in the bigs,
as he got started. So, I mean, in a way, you could say that about Cohen. Sure, there's things to pick apart at the beginning of that resume, but the bottom line is he just had the 50 home run, 112 RBI season. Here's another one, 50%, over 50%.
Well, they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Over 50. He's not the head coach. His offense did something last year that no offense since 2000 has done.
Yeah.
28 points a game. 6 yards of play.
Yeah, I know, but that's a spin, Jeff. I mean,
50% on third down isn't a spin.
Joe Brady did something that no offense has done.
Yeah.
30 touchdowns rushing, 30 touchdowns passing.
Well, Josh Allen did. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, well, Baker Mayfield did. I get it.
Well, not 30-30. 50% third down conversion is I think, a valid stat. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to look for positive or not making a case. They're hiring him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I'm not trying to make him any more than he is. I'm trying to find the positives and grow them.
Grow on the screen game. Big screen game.
Yeah, they're going to run the ball better. It's not the sexiest upgrade. That's the one thing that he has been kind of dominant at each stop. And to be honest with you, it's something that McVay has been great at, and we don't talk about it as much.
More from ESPN. What kind of coach are the Jags getting in Cohen's 4 seasons under Sean McVay with the Rams? Credits McVay for his understanding of defenses and the whys of play calling in the run game. Bounced back and forth with the Rams in Kentucky because he wanted autonomy as a play caller. Helped quarterback Baker Mayfield to a career-best 41 touchdown passes in 24. The Bucs scored 28.6 offensive points per game, third highest in franchise history behind the 2 years with Tom Brady. Baker loves them. Cohen's philosophy is to ensure the quarterback never feels handcuffed at the line of scrimmage and that there are always solutions. He was able to adapt his scheme to what the Bucs had based on personnel, but also with injuries to top receivers Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So I think those are all good things.
Sure. And I guess the good thing is his best season was last season. Rather than, he's really good 3 years ago when the Rams won the Super Bowl, but his offense has been yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, I think overall you should be excited. We're over. We got to take a break, catch up. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Living life on the edge of your seat.
Are you kidding me?
Your front row seat for play-by-play.
Break it free, they're not going to catch you.
1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I love Beaches Dermatology. They do a terrific job out there. Long-time workers here in Jacksonville. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Great staff on Solano Road. That's where I go. There are other Beaches Dermatologists who serve you. I want to remind you, man, when the sun comes back out, and it looks like it's finally starting to, you still got to protect your skin even when it's freezing cold. Put on a hat, protect those ears, man. Long sleeve dry fits, for sure, and sunscreen if it need be. Listen, if something does come up on your skin, don't wait. Go get it checked out at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com. Plenty of locations to serve.
Rev up your life with luxury at Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard. Right now, used car prices are 12% lower than their peak in April of 2022, making this the perfect time to drive home in a dream car. Specializing in luxury used vehicles, offering you elegance at prices that are finally coming back down to earth. See special listings in the newspaper every Saturday or online at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
All right, gang, if it's house selling time for you, whether you're forced to, you're moving, whether you just need more space, whatever the reasons are, I know it can be a stressful time. And one of the real stressors, one of the real struggles is that you think there are a lot of issues that you'll confront, and some of them, let me ease your mind. A lot of recent talk about interest rates, economic uncertainty. You may be wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. Will you get the price you need? What about repairs, showings? Here's the good news. You don't have to figure that out by yourself. Hire the friendly, no-pressure, experienced agents. They eat and sleep Jacksonville real estate. Call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. No matter what problems you think you have, they answer with solutions. In fact, with promises. How's this for a bottom line? Call Chad and Sandy. They'll guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Do it today. ChadandSandy.com.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJacks.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. They're professionally trained builders. Deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes and Cohen.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
Imagine a place where the sun is always shining, the drinks are ice cold, and the food is bursting with flavor. Welcome to Hurricane Grill and Wings, where locals and visitors alike gather to weather this storm we call life. And you can escape there anytime you like. Today's forecast, hot, crispy wings with a 100% chance of frothy beers. Later, we're predicting big burgers and seafood tacos moving in. Even better with a Pepsi. HurricaneWings.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
What was George Washington's salary when he was president?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
George Washington's annual salary as president was $25,000, about $4.5 million in today's dollars.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
D1 Training East Jacksonville invites you to their mega NFL football camp at the Bowl School February 1st from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Ages 7 through 16. Get hands-on coaching from former NFL players at every single station. The coaches lineup put together by Connor and Sam at D1 is proudly sponsored by Tim Tebow. To sign up, call 904-901-6470.
Here's Ben and John Lupo, owners of Beards Diamonds.
It's funny, my dad has sold people engagement rings, and now I'm selling their kids engagement rings and anniversary gifts and birthday gifts.
We're blessed with the relationships we've built over the years.
Check out our full inventory at beardsdiamonds.com.
Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back here on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for those bright green trucks and cans all around Jacksonville. Trust them for your commercial roll-off needs. Inside of an hour, we'll be doing Deer Drill. We now actually, if we've opened it up, we're not taking your paper letters anymore. Stop sending them here. We're getting overwhelmed with the paper letters that are coming in. There's now a web address set up just for you and your myriad of problems. It's deerdrill at 1010xl.com. And we'll delve into that. If you've got some, it can be from the serious to the frivolous. We've got your answers on Deer Drill.
Jeff Darlington writes, perhaps the most delicate and complicated component to Liam Cohen's pending departure to Jacksonville. There are many with the Bucs organization who internally recognize Cohen is ready to be a head coach. Had Bowles' team not made the playoffs, there was a very real world where Cohen replaced him. So earlier this week, the Bucs thought they avoided the catch-22 when Cohen still agreed to stay as the OC while retaining Bowles. But the Jags' job without Trent Baalke was viewed by several top coaching candidates as the top gig. That's what makes the situation so twisted. It took someone to fire someone, Baalke or Bowles, to land or keep Cohen. That's an uncomfortable space for any team to live, but not completely foreign to Tampa Bay after some strange times with Brady, Arians, Leftwich. In this scenario, the Bucs opted against the sacrifice. The Jags sent Baalke packing, and the next several seasons will reveal which conviction proves fruitful. And I think that's interesting. And listen,
I mean, it's also nice.
There's no way Tampa should even consider firing Todd Bowles, though. He's won 4 straight NFC South titles.
I guess it's one of those. You often reach your patience in when you in some ways you're worse off if you consistently win but don't win enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why Marvin Lewis his was more like 7 straight years, but 4 straight playoff years without anything to show for it. Maybe they want the spark. I don't know, the myriad of reasons it might be. I will say this is worth also mentioning here as we get
1-3 in the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah, so but again, they do have good talent. I mean, it's gotten better, and especially the way the offense performed a year ago. I will say this. It is nice to have a guy that they feel real good about, but I would remind everyone that's what everyone thought about Josh McDaniels, and he's still waiting to be successful as a head coach.
You never know.
You never know, but the fact that the Bucs wanted him, that the fans and the media the fans and the team wanted him enough in Tampa to consider firing a guy who's been successful.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot. And that Bucs offense went from like 21.5 points to 29 last year. Last in rushing to 4th. It did make some significant progress. But I would think that if people within the Bucs, his camp that want him to be the head coach, it's going to go way beyond third down conversion. Right? It must be how he comports himself, right? I mean, we'll get to know all this when we meet him, but there must be a presence there that goes beyond just, what the offensive stat sheet says. By the way, that 55% third down conversion for the Bucs last year, what do you think the Jags were?
Oh, God, 30s?
37.
Yeah.
That means 18 out of 100, man. 18 out of 1 out of 5 conversion attempts they made that Jacksonville didn't. Now, there's a lot that goes into that, but
looking at Draft Talk, Matt Miller's big board, top 50 prospects. So I'd like to see, where do we pick?
5.
And then
37 or I don't have it in front of me, but
so he's got Abdul Carter 1, he's got Travis Hunter 2, he's got Will Johnson 3, he's got Mason Graham 4. If you just go by lineup of who we would take 5th, Jalen Walker, edge from Georgia, to which we would immediately go no. Yeah. Now we don't know, but we would say no, and that's probably not fair. But I don't.
How low do you go?
I don't want edge rusher Jalen Walker from Georgia.
How low do you go before you find a quarterback?
He has Ashton Genty 6. He's got Will Campbell 7. Tyler Warren 9. Luther Burden ahead of Tet McMillan, which is interesting.
Luther Burden's fantastic.
Cam Ward is 12th.
So the question is this: would you rather have a quarterback who's 12th best overall or a player who's first best overall? It's probably you'd rather have a quarterback 12th best overall.
Let me see.
For the dice that you're rolling. If you're a quarterback, obviously if you're a team that's got a starting quarterback.
Shedeur Sanders 22.
Yeah, that's awful low. Somebody was saying the other day who was that? Did we do that on the show? They guaranteed Shedeur was going to fall out of round 1?
No.
Did you see that?
No. But
yeah, somebody was saying that. They were guaranteeing that Shedeur Sanders would be a second-round draft pick.
Must have been a slow news day.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, he's down to 22,
Like, apparently, not a great athlete, which is kind of interesting.
Which is crazy.
No, he's a pocket passer.
Yeah,
I mean, here's Dion, right?
Right.
And he's Dion's kid, and he's not a great athlete, but he can throw the ball.
He can throw it. He's not trying to run.
But they don't like because he gets, remember all the sacks he took, the pocket presence?
Well, you always blame the, listen, I'm glad.
He's not the biggest cat in the world.
I'm glad we're not in a quarterback, desperate for a quarterback, because then you'd have to sit here and wonder, what are we going to do at 5? And then that would be terrible.
Yeah.
You'd much rather have Trevor Lawrence going into next year than those two guys, which is also, and there have been many years in Jaguars history where you would not say that about our quarterback.
Trevor is way better an athlete than Shedeur Sanders.
I tell you who I love it. Now they have him. We're 37, but at 32, they got that Walker kid from Kentucky. That kid that's
D lineman.
That's John Henderson, Marcus Stroud.
He's the only thing that would concern me there is he's really dipped since the beginning of the year. You would have found him in the top 10 of mock drafts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like a 5-star, right?
He had 1.5 sacks this year, 7.5 last year.
Yeah, he was arrow pointed up. They were really big on him early in the year, all SEC and
37, they've got.
That's top 40. It's not like he's falling off the face.
I ain't taking this guy.
37?
Jack Sawyer, man. I saw him run down the
too
field.
slow?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
we got Chad Muma.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Jack Sawyer.
Well, we had Chad Muma. I'm hoping a new GM comes in and maybe cleans up this roster a little bit, and he won't be inclined to trade up. He won't be. Our next GM, hopefully this year, won't trade up into the bottom of round 1 to draft a guy at a position. He'll then use the same position in a round 3 draft pick. I hope we don't have somebody that dumb.
Rodeo Ron has a good point, too. He said, look, the slow as hell Mannings have Arch, who's fast. So we have 2 guards at 35 and 36, so maybe a guard. Because
that'd be perfect.
Yeah, and that's Tyler Booker from Alabama and Donovan Jackson from Ohio State.
If the world, and I know you're not really necessarily on board this, I would so love to get Travis Hunter at 5, and there are some models that he falls there.
Yeah,
to have that ability, especially now you put him into that offense with now a creative offense in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're getting some of that splash and let him anchor that other corner, man, all day long. I would do it. Now, again, we're gonna have to go through some vetting here for sure and some
Jackson
size.
Dart 48. So
the question is, and you know what?
Will he move up?
And in fairness, if you have the number 1 pick, why take
Quinn
Cam
Ewers,
Ward?
49.
Why take Cam Ward number 1 if you can take Jackson Dart at the beginning of the 3rd round?
Yeah,
right. If you're Tennessee or anyone else,
it'll be interesting. Guards are they have Will Campbell at guard. He projects him as a guard, which is interesting.
That's the LSU guy.
And then they have the kid from Missouri, Membu. I don't know him. He's second. And then Booker and Jackson.
Of all those guys mentioned, the guy who's the most hidden for as good as he is, to me, and it's because of where they play, man, and they just play noon games or 10 o'clock at night, and no one watches them even when they're good, and that's Luther Burden at Missouri. That dude is a baller, Hick.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, he has been a baller.
Well, he's got him number 1 as a receiver.
Yeah, that guy, man.
Actually, it's Travis Hunter if you want to count.
Well, I think where do you think? I think he'll be a corner, don't you?
I think he's a corner, too.
I think he's a corner.
And he'll
he
get
gave
some
a package,
plays. Yeah.
But like you take a guy like Ben Johnson or like you said, like Liam Cohen, you're going to give him some plays. Probably plays every game.
I'm intrigued by seeing what Travis Hunter does in the NFL.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fantastic, but
I remember
I just don't
this.
know why not?
He was hurt both years.
Was he?
He missed games.
Not enough to not win the Heisman.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Tyler Warren, the number 1 tight end, Colston Loveland from Michigan, Mason Taylor from LSU, Elijah Arroyo from Miami, and Gunnar Helm from Texas. All guys that I know and watched make plays all season long. All right, we're heading to the 9 o'clock Nasty. We'll do that when we return. Nasty time next on the
GFL Friday.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history. 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, you want to take care of your family, of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney. Matt is. But we both want to know if you've done your last will. You want to get your assets to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen, help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty, 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Listen, gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Mia here for Dream Finders Homes. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dream Finders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now is your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right, a 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershome.com for more details.
don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Yeah. What's happening, fellas? It's your boy E.T. here. And if you need a little extra boost in the bedroom, Blue Chew is what you need. By now, you probably know that Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin, but in a chewable form. And it's at a fraction of the cost, too. So what you waiting for? Blue Chew is all online. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Plus, it ships right to your front door in a discreet package. The licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strengths for your prescription. Guys, if you don't like swallowing pills, no problem. Blue Chew is a chewable tablet. And ready for a great offer? How about free? Go to BlueChew.com and consult with a licensed medical provider and get your first month of free on your boy. Turn that oh no into a oh yeah. Just chew it and do it, my boy. Visit BlueChew.com to get that package.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The 1010XL restaurant of the day.
Moss Fire Grill in Riverside. Happy hour 3 to 7 with drafts, margaritas, and handcrafted bites starting at only $5. Moss Fire Grill.
See you on the rooftop.
It's New Year's resolution time, like fixing that leaky faucet, unclogging that drain, or getting your AC ready for the summer. Start the year off right with Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Call us today at 904-862-6769. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. TAP Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
Thinning or balding hair? Introducing scalp micropigmentation now at IHRS. SMP is a procedure for men and women, looks like your own growing hair, and corrects thinning areas. SMP is perfect for men and women who shave their head and want a full head of hair look. Call IHRS now, 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. Jaguars have announced the appointment of a new head coach. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen, has accepted the position. This information was confirmed by CBS Sports insider Jonathan Jones.
There is almost no doubt, no question, that Liam Cohen will be the next Jacksonville Jaguars head coach.
Freshman forward Josh Harris poured in a career high to lead North Florida men's basketball team past Queens, North Carolina on the road Thursday. Up next, UNF looks to earn its third consecutive road win when they face West Georgia for the first time as conference opponents tomorrow afternoon at 2. Jaguar wideout Brian Thomas Jr. on Thursday morning was named the finalist for the Associated Press 2024 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award, news that came the same day he was named to the 2025 Pro Bowl games. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:04, it's 35 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you.
Drill today is melancholy. As we look like we say goodbye to our longtime friend and the man who saved the show and back in 2017.
Thought we repaid him with the Hall of Fame nod. Never gave up on the dream while everyone else did.
Don Anthony Baselli Jr.
Now he's a big shot. He's, I guess, lost trust in our, ability to navigate an interview. And
local friend Dan.
I mean, we've done it for the last 3 weeks while you have said the most ridiculous things. We've somehow been able to balance that in a cognitive conversation, protecting you along the way. You ought to still be able to trust us to do that.
We'll miss him.
We've been covering your big A for a lot of years there, Chief.
We'll be missing him.
I'll remind everyone that, John Lynch didn't have a job before. They just moved him right to the top of the chain. So we'll see exactly where Tony lands. Apparently, we'll just stay on red and ghosted, and they'll never know. People are talking out there. You just got the Googans back. You're going to lose them again. I don't know what to tell you.
Just as long as y'all never forget.
It all starts with Dan Hicken and Jeff Frost.
They know.
Yeah.
You know.
As
People
long as
know.
y'all forget.
I have a Shazam Spotlight.
Okay.
Brought to you today by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstores in Stark and Kingsland. And, for the first time, the National League has taken note and shuddered a little bit that the big bad Atlanta Braves have decided to, add someone this offseason. So if you had the over-under of January 22nd, you hit it right on the head in a free agency period that started with very robustly way back in November, has finally seen the Braves strike with a name that at least has had some success at some point, and it's come most recently in his career. But Jurickson Profar is an outfielder. It's a position in need for the Braves while Acuna is hurt. Had a career year last year.
Juicer.
31. It's not a juice. They don't juice anymore. A 31-year-old had a career high 24 homers last year, 85 RBIs.
Careered it. Cashed in.
Made an All-Star. Won a Silver Slugger. And would very much look forward to an 8th inning matchup with A.J. Minter. Matter of fact,
bring it.
Matter of fact, I think this is going to be terrific. I remember a Jurickson Profar home run off of Minter. I'm going to look it up and find it.
Good. You do that. Sugar will be coming there and put the fire out.
Yeah.
Put the fire out.
But, the Braves do pick up an outfielder who is a 31-year-old and, maybe, I'm sorry, Brian De La Cruz, maybe that'll eat into some of your playing time. Some of the other moves. I wouldn't mind adding one more starting pitcher. The Braves will go do what they do. They'll win 90 games and watch the Dodgers win it for the second of, the Dodgers are about to win 6 out of 7.
Yeah.
They are. It is. I will try. We'll go out there. It's going to get to the point where there's such a behemoth that if you win a game or two in a 7-game series, you feel like you've done something. You can't. That much overbearing talent can't slump for long enough for the rest of the league to win.
Dream Fighters Homes poll question of the day. Liam Cohen, new coach of the Jaguars, home run higher, 25.9%. Best move for Trevor, 48.8%. Big risk, only 39, 13.6. Wanted someone else, 11.8. 1,323 votes in talking about Liam Cohen. He's obviously the hot topic today in the world of sports, especially here in Jacksonville. And it's funny. We'll see. I mean, again, it's just perspective. On one side of the perspective, oh, this guy's unbelievable. I can't believe he left Tampa. He said he's going to stay. He's no man of integrity. On the other side, it's like, well, wait a second, man. Guy gets a head coaching job. There's 32 head coaching jobs. You get an opportunity, you take it.
You don't get that much
works.
in your feelings. If it was a lateral move, right, and if he was leaving to be the Jags offensive coordinator, I get it. Be offended. But there's also this. With all appreciation for the $4.5 million a year he was going to make being the offensive coordinator, the Bucs wanted him to stay so bad they were going to make him the highest paid coordinator in the league.
I tell you one good
But on the other side, he's going to make some report. I saw one of the report, like one of the good, trust me, $12 million a year here.
Yeah.
That's significant. That's $50 million versus 15 there, Tampa. I don't know if you guys down there on the radio understand that, but come on.
Yeah. So we shall see. It's gonna be. I'll tell you this. He gets 4 years, and he gets a year this year. Again, God help me here. They can't be worse than 4-13.
No, I think they're going to be okay,
they
Dan.
Can't be worse than
I think to take a job of a team
So
that's
my
picking
point is-
in the top 5, this is probably as good as those situations are.
He
typically.
comes out here and he goes 4-2 in the division, and finds a couple wins over I don't know. Let's see. Goes out to Vegas and grabs a win, beats Carolina here, beats the Jets here. That's 7. Maybe even gets Seattle. That's 8 wins here. You're already up to 8. Then you got some tough ones, but if you can find 2 more, you're in the playoffs. I mean, at Arizona, at Cincinnati, at Denver, not easy, but there's a real
It's not the Giants, Dan. It's not this is where you at least have somebody who's had success at the quarterback
I'm not going to paint them as a 11-6 football team, okay? They're 4-13, and they got a lot of work to do. But I don't think they're as bad as 4-13.
Well, they were 9-8 back-to-back years. Probably closer to that.
I think Liam Cohen can at least get them, start thinking about, if you start talking about wins and losses, man, you got to at least be able to get them up to 7 or 8 wins, 7-10, 8-9, something along those lines. But one never knows.
Listen, they play in a god-awful division.
Mm.
They do. I mean, they went 3. They had 4 wins all year, 3-3 in their division. That's how bad the division is.
And it's going to be interesting with the Colts this year, who decided to stay status quo, and AR, who, again, he needs to play, but it's the NFL. I'm telling you right now, 2025 is going to be a big year for Anthony Richardson, because if he struggles, again, this is a kid, no fault of his own, but last year, and who does this as a quarterback, okay? Completion percentage, 47.7. It went down 12 points from the year before. 47.7. 8 touchdowns, 12 picks. You can't win with that. And if he doesn't
the problem is he doesn't seem any further along than the very first start he made,
Right.
and that's on the Colts, man.
And if he doesn't show vast improvement now, only 15 games in 2 years, only 15.
Can I say how
he played a lot this year? He only played 11 games.
Can we? You know what?
That means he missed 6.
You know what? I wonder how close we are to virtual reality technology, where you can't put a VR set on Anthony Richardson and send him back in the pocket and exactly mimic the pressure, the coverage.
Have you not seen the story on Jaden Daniels?
No, I have, but I want to know
That's
why.
the same thing. That's what he did.
Listen, he doesn't even. I get that. We talked about that Jaden Daniels back in the spring, that he was going to do that. In fact, we talked.
Well, he credits that for part of why he's been successful.
Yeah, we talked about that even before he did it.
Well, that's available.
No, my point is why I haven't.
Maybe they have.
Well, then he can't. Then he's not going to be any good. I guess my point is, in today's day and age, that used to be to develop, you had to play games.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, I'm not letting him go. I don't know what the parameters are for how much you can work a player. I'm making Anthony Richardson get in the VR every damn day of the offseason that he's under contract.
Yep.
I'm making him. I'm not putting it on anybody in their Let me tell you what's not going to help Anthony develop at this point. Mm-hmm. With all due respect to the Whisperer, going to places, taking 7-step drops, breaking down your mechanics.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the position. I'm just telling you.
If there's not a defense there, I'm saying.
He's still, you had to look at him as an investment, but you also have to win. It's a tough balance. But he's still only played 15 games.
I mean, he
hasn't even played a full year in the NFL.
He should almost go play an XFL season.
Right.
If it weren't for the injury risk. I mean, it would really do him good to play winter ball.
It doesn't feel like he's grown much since I've seen him
That's
in
what
Florida.
I mean. Yeah.
He hasn't grown much.
Yeah.
So, like Jeff said, he should go play like XFL.
Yeah, he
or
needs
Arena
winter
or
ball. He
something.
really does. They do it in other sports. You wouldn't see it in football. It's just too
He's like the same
physical.
guy. He's like the same guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, that goes along the lines with your divisional comments. And then, of course, in Tennessee, who knows who's going to be the quarterback? But I don't think it's going to be anybody who's on the roster right now. Ain't going to be Mason Rudolph. Ain't going to be Will Levis.
Yeah, could be Levis. But I'm with you. I hope it is as a Jag fan. But the Titans are eons away. And it's part of what made – I mean, Orlovsky said one of the dumbest things that I heard said all year, considering it's like serious and in a national like talk show format, but suggesting that Trevor should spur a trade out of Jacksonville and that the Titans should use the number 1 pick as a lure, and the Jags should trade Trevor Lawrence to Tennessee for the number 1 pick.
Well, in terms of,
by the way, which nobody in the world in Jacksonville would do.
In terms of quarterback play, Will Levis is much better than Anthony Richardson, and Will Levis ain't good enough.
Right.
But I mean, Anthony's bottom of the barrel right now. He just
for
is.
sure. I hate to see
Will
it.
Levis completed 61% of his passes in 2 years. He's played 21 games.
And he's
thrown
terrible, by the way.
Yeah, 21 touchdowns and 16 picks, which ain't good enough.
But that's still a lot better than, 10 and 14 or whatever it was?
8 and 12.
His only impact, which is what we suggested, and it hasn't been impact enough, has been through the running game.
Yeah.
And when he's run, he's gotten hurt. Here's another thing. Here, we always said Anthony would have to be Josh Allen. He can't be. He's brittle. Josh Allen's a big, rugged rancher, apparently. That dude plays through 10 degrees to 100, plays every snap of every game. If he's hurt, you never know.
And he
Our
don't get
guy
tired.
runs to the sideline when he's tired. Yeah, so I think the Anthony Richardson experiment is over, and the Colts would be well served to move on. Is there any part of you thinks AR is going to work? I tried to hold on to it. I thought he could.
Yeah, he just hasn't played enough. He's got to play more. I just don't know what he's going to do.
I've heard some of those, Dan, that are out there. Fans want us to go, okay, let's get Saleh as defensive coordinator. He's going back to the 49ers, right? That's all but agreed upon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there won't be Robert Saleh here. It'll be Liam Coen building his own staff, and that's, assuming that things stay on. Although if it can happen anywhere, if any franchise in the country, in any sport, could somehow today at 11, the news could break that the whole Coen thing fell apart, it would be us. But it seems like we have set sail for an official announcement. We haven't gotten a word on an official announcement yet, right, guys?
No, I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do this. We'll take a break. We'll keep it rocking and rolling, and we'll come back with more right here on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
We talk about Jacksonville because we love Jacksonville.
I was born a Jags fan, and I'm Duval till I die.
1010XL, Duval Sports Radio.
Mia here. It's the Everything's on sale going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Get $0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for $0 down and only $388 per month. Or how about no payments till July 2025? And you get 60 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Shop the Everything's on sale at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Browden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and of course, he's the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. You know what they're doing? They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Beach in St. John's Bluff. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia of Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard in St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
So one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. Something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home Saturday night to battle the Orlando Bears in a big South Division clash in downtown Jax.
Calling all Jedi and Imperial forces.
Saturday is Star Wars night when the Icemen wear special Star Wars-themed jerseys to be auctioned off live following the game. 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JaxIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman hockey is #FrozenFrenzy.
Joe C. for Blossman Gas. They've been providing hometown service and the comforts of propane to home and businesses since 1951. Imagine movie night spent around glowing gas fireplace logs, cookouts in the backyard with your propane grill, or laundry done faster with your gas dryer. Blossman has a wide variety of gas appliances to fit your needs. Propane delivery, gas appliances, and a full-service team. Blossman Gas is your local company for everything propane. Blossman Gas, log on, blossmangas.com, and check out the Blossman difference.
All right, here we go.
Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars Today to talk Jags.
All right, guys.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Let's go, Googans. Let's go, Googans.
Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com.
What is that?
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but incredibly functional for me and Bo Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com and take advantage of their 40% off New Year savings this month only, including 18-month special financing. Closets by Design.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? ET here for my bookie. And it's winner go home with the AFC and NFC finals this weekend. So build that bankroll up for the big game. The NFL playoffs are the ticket to the biggest game of the year, and all roads leads to New Orleans. This is your chance to get on every high-stakes moment along the way. Your road to New Orleans starts right now with MyBookie. MyBookie is the ultimate destination for bettors who want more. Whether you're backing the underdogs or riding with the favorites, every drive, every touchdown, every moment is an opportunity to win big. Kick off your 2025 right with risk-free Thursdays. Place a bet. If it doesn't hit, MyBookie got your back. Dive into the Bet Boost tab to supercharge your picks and build that bankroll, my boy. MyBookie's online casino keeps excitement going 24/7. From blackjack to baccarat, roulette to slots. Haven't joined yet? Now is the time. Use my promo code 1010XL on your very first deposit, and MyBookie will hook it up instantly with a 50% deposit. With MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Ready, aim, inspire. At the 7th Annual Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation Clay Shoot, Thursday, February 20th at Jack's Clay Target Sports. Hi, I'm Paul Martinez, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. We've got you covered. Ammo, carts, clays, delicious food, and amazing prizes. Whether you're a sharpshooter or just in it for fun, this event is for you. Support the important work of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida and Mackenzie's Camp Deep Pond. Sign up at bgcnf.org/events.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. It's 9:23. Good morning, Jacksonville. Hanging out on a Friday. We have ourselves a head coach, and now we'll focus in on a general manager. We'll see what happens with Baselli down there, and away we'll go. That's kind of what the 2025 Jaguars are going to be. Liam Coen will take over, and we'll see who he poaches from Tampa. Tick them off even more so. That'll be fun. So hopefully he'll do that. And we'll go forward. Get ready for the draft. See, again, one of the things that we had said throughout the last few months is it's not so much where they pick, it's who's making the picks. And we can tell you one thing. Somebody else is making the picks this year. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody. And if Tony has any influence, well, you know Tony just by on this radio show what he wants. Inside out, baby. Inside out. So you can almost bet that if everybody agrees on this Mason Graham kid from Michigan, that would be the newest Jacksonville Jaguar, in my opinion, unless somebody can sway Tony. Which, and again, he hasn't even looked at he hasn't been hired yet, so I'm getting way ahead of myself. But that's where we are, right? That's where we are.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, just in a nutshell. And it's been a crazy, if you want to, again, this would be a great documentary if you could go inside the Jags over the last, 16 days, 17 days now.
Oh, man.
From the day that Shad came and fired Doug Peterson, but decided to retain Trent Baalke, to the Zoom call with Shad and Trent.
Yeah, the Zoom call for sure.
Right? To the candidates being released, to the reports filtering in that the number one choice by everybody did not want to work with Trent Baalke, and that was Ben Johnson, how that was handled. And then maybe the final straw, you've got a coach who you're the only one who interviewed him, by the way, right? Nobody else even interviewed.
That is correct.
Liam Coen. And so they're the only ones who interviewed him. And then lo and behold, he says, yeah, I'm not coming. I'm staying in Tampa. They're going to make me a nice chunk of change. So then Shad Khan reacts by firing Trent Baalke. Out goes Baalke. Asks Cohen to reconsider. Cohen reconsiders. Apparently they reconvene somewhere. Who knows where? Maybe in Jacksonville, maybe not. They decide they work through things. Now, we're still waiting on the official announcement from the Jags. Is that correct?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's just what a 17 days.
Now, do you think because he already told everyone in Tampa that he was coming back, that's why he went the route that he went? Like, because it just seems sneaky, like a little sneaky link.
Yeah.
Like, because he already said, I'm coming back to Tampa and I'm going to re-sign with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But then we came back and, asked him to reconsider.
Yeah.
That's why it kind of looks crazy. That's probably why all of Tampa is upset right now, because they thought they had their guy.
Yeah.
They thought they had their guy.
Well, they sure did. And it's hard for them just because they've changed offensive coordinators year in and year out in the last 4 years. So that's been the tough part.
And they really thought they had their guy.
Because the Canales guy got a job.
Huh?
Based on what he did in Tampa.
The year before.
Yeah, and now Cohen is getting a job. So it just keeps.
And before that, it was Byron.
Yeah. And one of the things you love is continuity, and you're not getting the continuity. So.
Well, it'll be interesting when we do have a formal introduction and the questions that are asked, and we can get some of the answers to some of these questions. Curiosities more than questions.
Another part of this is for those who think that the Jags have a lot of talent and that we're poorly coached. Let's keep an eye on all the Jags coaches and see if they quickly are scooped up or if they're left twisting in the wind,
Well, I mean, so far the big boys, it's been all quiet, and this is a time where people are adding. But these staffs, to your point, are going to shuffle here as all the jobs are filled, and that's going to mean coaches looking for staff, and it's also going to mean the places they left looking to fill those spots. And I don't even know. I don't even know what. I mean, surely Press Taylor's going to want to keep coaching. I don't even know what Doug Peterson will do. He might just lay low for a year.
I think Doug
like it so much and make it 10.
I think Doug, at best case, works with Andy.
If you want, I don't know how. I mean, Doug Peterson's probably 60 years old. Might not want to do anything.
Yeah, might want to just hang out and golf.
Billionaire, right? Now, at this point, a billion is exaggerating, but gosh, we don't even know how much these coaches make. $10 million a year, easy.
49ers expect Robert Saleh back as DC if he doesn't get a head coaching job. So, I don't know. It looks like Dallas is moving on Shoddy. Is that kind of what the thought is?
I guess so. That kind of came out of nowhere from when the whole thing started.
Yeah.
I always thought it'd be Kellen Moore. I felt like that's who we would want.
No brainer, but yeah. Yeah.
And through all this, this is where Jerry's so weird.
Yeah,
you know who he wanted forever, right? Remember who he wanted forever, but he was having so much success where he was that it wasn't gonna happen. That was Sean Payton. It's always been his guy.
Yeah.
And somehow through all of this, Jerry's had average coaches, and Sean Payton has got out of the league and back in it, and you don't have Sean Payton. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you love Sean Payton so much, when he left New Orleans and he should have never been signed by Denver, that should have been you signing him. Not that he would be doing any better than Mike McCarthy.
Many analysts believe going from McCarthy to Schottenheimer isn't even a lateral move. It's a step backward.
I would agree with that. I don't understand that at all.
Fans are furious in Dallas. No push to try and lure Deion away from Colorado or Sark from Texas. No attempt to lure Bill Belichick. There's fairness to that. The Dallas Cowboys is a monster. It still is a monster. And you want to present that if you're Jerry Jones. You've always wanted to present you are America's team. We are, and they're not by their record, but that's what he fights, right? And he always and you're going to turn around. You just give the job to Shoddy because you can control him.
The last time that the Cowboys made the Super Bowl was the first year the Jaguars in the league. That's how long it's been.
The one that stuck out to me is that every NFC team has played in the conference championship game since Dallas last played it.
And
every single one.
And when did Dallas last play it? 95? Was that it? Yeah. They haven't been since then. That's pitiful, by the way. Just pitiful. And by the way, see, Schottenheimer, that's a guy that if the Jags had come to terms with, I'd be like, you got to be kidding me, I give up. Because Schottenheimer, to my memory, Dan, if you look on his resume, the years that he's coordinator, his teams stink.
Yeah.
Right?
Hadn't been
Doesn't
great.
Schottenheimer get the OC job and they're 23rd in total offense? Or that feels like that's all, because he's had a couple of times where he's made the run right to the edge of being a head coach where he's going to be considered and gives it back with a poor year coordinating, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, do some advice.
Deer Drill.
Be fun to do.
By the way, if you want to hit us up at deerdrill@1010xl.com, you may be too late for this week, but yeah, there's some issues out there, and we'll get to the bottom of them when we return. It's at GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Something's coming on with the computer.
Are you receiving my signal?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
He says he's found the main controls to the power beam here.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro-Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at projaxroofingfl.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 24th, 1950, legendary baseball player Jackie Robinson signs the then largest deal in Brooklyn Dodgers history, $35,000, coming off an MVP season.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait,
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners, so you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Denny Thompson here. Tyson Sound and Security has a huge prize sweepstakes now through the big game. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a sound bar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box for your chance to win the $2,500 prize now through February 9th. Tyson Sound and Security now at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, time to cool down a little bit on a hot day in Jacksonville, FLA in terms of the news, not in terms of the weather.
Okay, I'm about to say, boy.
Yeah, but we'll get pumped up, see what happens with our new coach, and we'll pick out some of the good things and see what we can do and start. It starts today. This is what happens. This is how it starts. When we all start, we'll start building them up. And then the games come. Away we go. It's a little harsh right here, this headline. New Jags coach Liam Coen. Let me get this up here. Hold on 1 second. Is the biggest snake in football today.
Ouch.
A little harsh there.
I mean, he changed his mind because of the situation. He did, listen, in this cutthroat world, Hick, he did what he should do. The situation changed. It's now a job I do want. The opportunities don't come along. All it takes one bad year as a coordinator, you never get another offer.
Yeah.
So I don't know, some, different stories being told than, while the boss thought he was at the doctor's office, he was really here in Jacksonville. Now, there are a couple of things. He may have disconnected from the Bucs, but I don't think he was ever presented like, I'm at the doctor's office, while he's walking into Schott's office.
Well, we'll see. If he has success here, maybe he'll take a job with the storied franchise like the Pittsburgh Steelers or the,
Well, no, because then they'd have to get rid of Tomlin, and that ain't happening. There are a couple. The fact that the Bucs wanted to keep him so much, I think that's at least interesting. Other sports news, and there's not a ton, but I did see that the ex-interpreter, they're now saying they have on video or audio impersonating Ohtani, pretending like he's Ohtani to get cash. Yeah. Wasn't the whole idea that he speaks English, though?
Well, he speaks both, but yeah. But
is he dealing with Chinese bookies? Would it be local bookies? Or is he impersonating and pretending like he's speaking English?
Japanese, not Chinese.
I mean Japanese. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't know. It's
57 months. Is this guy going to ever see time? I still believe he took a lot of falls for Ohtani. Ohtani's hands
100%.
are in this.
Absolutely.
100%. I do too, and I think especially now, because I want the Dodgers to crumble.
Yeah. Be nice.
Yeah.
57 months. I mean, that's a long time, man.
Yeah. All right.
I've lost. I don't know what the heck's happened in Australia, but they've lost their mind down there. It used to be friendly fire, like one of the countries that you closely align with, but they're getting cuckoo and kookaburra. And what they've done to Novak Djokovic, one of the greats in the sport here in his last maybe time there, it's just weak. And they booed him today after he retired. You guys love the media there so much you'll take them over Novak? It's not like Djokovic is there criticizing the country or the tournament. That's weak. Hey, Aussie Open crowd.
I think they were booing the fact that he withdrew.
That's also weak. This guy's given a lot to the sport of tennis. You don't think he wants to win the 25th major? He's already gotten this far.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah, it is a bummer. Ichiro says he wants to have a drink with the holdout.
The guy didn't vote for him.
Yeah, the one guy that apparently had never heard of Ichiro.
All right, let's do some letters.
Well, in your letter, you said you wouldn't leave me.
Dear Drill, we're here to offer advice. I guess you can just send them to us now.
It's a dear. What is it? Dear Drill at 1010XL.com.
That is correct.
Well, so I'm going to miss Dan shuffling through his papers and crunching them up when he's done with the letters.
Right here.
But there are some situations out there. Some are serious and some are absurd. So,
Dear Drill,
will depend. Let's see where we start.
Thank you. I've recently started dating this young lady for the past 4 months.
Okay.
I've yet to do my business in front of her.
What does that mean? Oh, okay.
I've had to lie to her and tell her that I was going to the gas station for something to handle business or leave her house early and tell her I was tired and had to go to bed. What is the proper amount of time you should date somebody before you go tear up the bathroom with them in the house? It's a good question.
Early.
There's a couple.
How early?
There's a couple of things here too. What's your personality, man? Like, what are you known as? Are you the kind that could just flat out just like say, tell the deal? Well, we've been going for a while now. I got to be honest. I've really been holding off on doing my business in front of you. However it is you would talk to her, and she's gonna say, "Oh, that's silly," and then that'll be on. But I mean, I get it there, right? That's one.
You're tearing it up. This guy's obviously a tear up guy.
Well, yeah, tear it up. Also, that brings me pause. It might be where you might just tell her what you're doing though. Yeah, I got to use the bathroom. You don't want any part of this. I'll be back in 15 minutes, right? If it's that close and that easy. Now, and if you stay together, then obviously this is going to seem like a silly question to ask. That all goes away. There's no pretense. There's no pride after a certain length of relationship. But this, I feel like this was like a Seinfeld plot line.
E, what you say?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not using no bathroom at no gas station. I'm weird like that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's only gonna be at my house.
Okay.
If I'm out and about, see, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If I'm out and about, I gotta be comfortable. I gotta be clean. The cleanest places in the world to me, Chick-fil-A, and then any bank. So
I think by gas station just means getting out to use another public bathroom.
But to answer the question, man, you got to do it early, bro. You got to set the tone.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, if you've been together for 4 months and you're over there enough that situation arises, at some point, I don't think you say anything.
Yeah, you just go use the bathroom. Man, you got to let it.
You're overthinking it. You don't say anything. And then after the fact, you can make fun of it 3 months from now after you've already done your business 20 times. There we go. What a great answer that is, right off the bat.
All right.
Of course, we got that about 3 weeks ago. He probably broke up with her.
Right?
I did some investigating. Recently found out my husband of 28 years has been corresponding with other women.
Corresponding.
Second time I've caught him. He's sworn nothing ever develops out of it, but I can't help but wonder how far it would go if I had not discovered it. Should I walk away and start over, stay in this marriage, not knowing if I can stand another betrayal? Our sons are in their 30s, and we have no grandchildren yet. Dear Drill.
Yeah, your husband's got a wandering eye. He's bored. He's bored with you and your life and your married life. Doesn't mean he doesn't love you. Doesn't mean it can't be salvaged. But to be honest with you, at this point, it's going to probably take him taking you somewhere outside of your comfort zone. And that's not fair because you've been married for a long time and for 30 years. But it is not cool that your husband is corresponding with other women. It's not cool at all. So, and it would be completely fair for you to say, look, this stops or I do.
Okay. E?
So what we have here is a two-time corresponder.
Two-time. You don't trust him, do
you? I don't trust him.
You think he's up to shenanigans, don't you?
Because that's what he's doing. He's dropping those little subtle hints when he's corresponding.
In today's day and age of correspondence, I don't even know if it's subtle anymore.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he saying? What is the tone and the tenor of those messages as he corresponds?
Yeah.
Baby girl, what you got on your hand is you got a cheater, baby girl. And your kids are grown.
Yeah.
So you're going to have those grandbabies regardless.
Yeah.
All right, so they ain't got nothing to do with it. You got a tough decision, man. What you going to do?
It also matters how do you feel about him.
Yeah.
But he's got to stop it. And you got to sit down and tell him. And And again, I mean, whatever it is he's searching for there, if you want to give it to him, then that'll be up to you, whatever that is.
This is a serious one here. Dear Drill, recently I've been diagnosed with a type of blood cancer with a life expectancy of 2 to 8 years.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My question is, how do I let people know? I've told a few close friends, asked them not to tell others until I get a few things settled. I've also told them if others comment about my weight loss, I've lost about 20 pounds, that I'm okay with letting them know.
Huh?
I'm not sure a blast email or text would be the way to do it. Suggestions, dear Drew.
It's the oddest thing about answering these questions are how some people come up with questions that I would never, ever, ever come up with.
Right.
All the things that would be on my list if I got cancer that was going to kill me 2 and 8 years. How and when I tell people would be the last. Just go with the flow, baby. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
As it comes up. People you want to tell. People you don't want to tell, don't. This just in. Once 4 or 5 people know, everybody within your circle, everybody that knows you is going to know. So you're overthinking this one, I think, a little bit. If you want to, if it's important for you to control the flow of information, then yes, send out a blast to the people that you know. Keep it yourself everywhere else, and then those people are probably going to spread it with other people, and there you go.
A blast email. Well, you might as well just go post it on Instagram, X, Snapchat. That ain't nobody business.
Yeah.
Those who needs to know.
I think
know.
the email would be those closest to her. I'm assuming when she said that. And I'm also saying she. I'm assuming it's a she.
I think that's a conversation you have face to face.
I just don't think you just, as it comes is what you do. Don't worry. Whatever you do, don't worry about that. Don't make that a stressor.
Let it be organic, baby girl.
There you go.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, one more local. This is all local today. This is
all
fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, you have questions and you want our series, honest to goodness, help. It's the drill at 1010XL.com.
What side of town this next one coming from?
No, it's Dear Drill at 1010XL.com.
This is Southsider.
Southside?
Yeah. Dear Drill, a few years ago, we were invited to my cousin's eldest daughter's wedding.
Okay, my cousin's daughter's wedding. Okay.
Although my cousin and I are close, I barely know the daughter.
Okay.
We were
Well,
invited only because my cousin wanted me there.
Yeah,
the
sure.
wedding was out of town, necessitated a motel stay, meals and gas, in addition to a generous cash gift. The cash gift was what the couple had requested.
Okay.
Since they had been living together and didn't need household items. Our check was cashed 2 days after the wedding, but we never got a thank you. 3 months later, I ran into the bride's mother and asked how the happy couple was doing. I also mentioned that we never received an acknowledgement of our gift. She responded that her daughter had been busy and, quote, apparently she didn't have the time to send thank yous. 2 years later, the same scenario unfolded when daughter number 2 got married, and the mother offered the same exact excuse for her daughter's poor manners. We now have received a save the day card for daughter number 3. I'm curious, what would you do?
I tell you what I do. Just thank my lucky stars that I don't live in your head, lady. That's what I do. Get over yourself. Bothers you so much that don't give the next one. If they ask why, say because your ungrateful sisters never sent a thank you note.
Boom.
But last I checked, you give a gift out of goodness. I don't understand these people that I get the appropriateness and the manners of sending a thank you note. I don't understand the bitterness of not getting one, though.
Mm-hmm.
You ought to be giving a gift out of the goodness of your heart because you want to give a gift. I mean, expecting to have a press release about your generosity is a little much. That being said, we always made our kids send thank you notes. My wife always notices when someone sends us a thank you note. Shout out Danielle. So I get it, the importance. But lady, stop it.
E?
Get out your feels, baby girl. It's something my mama used to always tell me when she would remind me to do things, and I wouldn't, like, she would tell people, don't blame it on my son's heart. Don't blame it on his heart. And this is a classic case of that. Like, as Jeff said, I hope, man, get out your head. That's just crazy. That's crazy. I can't go for it.
Okay.
I can't go for it.
That's Dear Drill. That is letters sent to the program that we try to help others. You can send it to us at, what's the site, E?
Dear Drill, DearDrill at 1010XL.com.
Real simple.
Hopefully, and again, don't mean to be mean there, lady, but you need to let that stuff go or don't go to the wedding.
Right?
And by the way, it was this, it was that. We barely know them. You just described every wedding I ever go to. I barely know the one that's getting married. I have to go get a hotel. I have to spend money, and then I have to give a gift. It's called going to a wedding, lady.
Frustrating.
Oh, that's a good one. Publix got good, clean bathrooms. All right, bet.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not going to no bathroom. I'm not going to a gas station, man.
There are some filthy gas station restrooms.
I'm not going to.
You're scoring at home.
Yeah.
There's been a couple. I'll tell you a quick story.
To me.
You'll like this. So one summer, when I was in college, I sold books door to door in a foreign town. Okay. I was in Illinois, the middle of nowhere.
It's Illinois.
And so you would start at 8 a.m. and you're supposed to work till 9 o'clock at night. It's selling. And you can make a ton of money. So that was the lure for the kids. Anyway. But what I would do is I'd go, you go knock on a door. Now it's summertime.
All right.
So a lot of times you get to the door and the kid would answer. And this is, again, the early 80s, so it's a different time. Kid would answer, and I'd be like, well, you always start the day with a big breakfast. So about, 9:30, 10 o'clock, it's dookie time.
Okay.
So
business time.
So
doo-doo, man.
Yeah. So I'd knock on the door, and I got to
make a doo-doo pie.
And they say, oh, my parents aren't here. I said, I'll tell you what, you mind if I use your bathroom real quick?
And they let you in?
Yeah.
Wow.
No. Now,
that is a safer time back then.
That beat having to hitchhike back out to find a gas station.
Yeah.
So at that point, there would be times where I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. Basically, you'd be telling the kid, because the kids might be 12 years old. And they, don't let it, stranger danger is
do it anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Get us out of here.
But before you do,
yeah.
I have one that's topical. It's just flown in right now to the Dear Drill mailbox. I'm curious on your answer on this. I think it's quick. We get to it right quick. Dear Drill, I listen to the drill every morning on my way to drop my 12-year-old daughter to school.
Mm-hmm.
During this bonding time this morning, I discovered she's had AirPods in listening to music this entire time. I lost it on her for being rude and a tween-age punk. Did I overreact?
No.
In unison, no.
No,
you did not.
100%. In fact, take away the AirPods for a week.
Yeah, no more AirPods. It's drill time.
Now do it.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Mike, we haven't flipped back to Tampa yet, have we?
The Dallas Cowboys have announced their job's still open.
Everything's a sugar show around here. Nothing's just point A to point B.
I would say this. Let's get that signature on the contract as soon as possible.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
As far as that goes. Apparently, Spytek, his preferred GM, signed it last night, is the reporting. Oh, man, Buck fans are so easy to troll right now.
Oh, yeah. They're losing their mind.
So as it's going on, I post last night, okay, hear me out. Gabe Davis for Mike Evans, who says no. And they're just losing their minds. How can you disrespect a Hall of Famer like this? Come on, man. I'm just yanking your chain.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Having some fun.
This apparent inability to differentiate between an offensive coordinator and a head coach. It's not like they slapped you in the face for a lateral move or it's going to be some receivers coach. Just about anyone would take a head job if it meant there.
But if he was incommunicado with the Jags, that the roles were reversed, Jag Nation would, of course, hate this guy to the end of time. So we finally have an in-state rival.
Instead, we beg somebody to come take our coordinators.
And
please come get them. Get them out of here.
Them, yes. All right. So Tommy coming in today?
No, he's off today.
All right. So you guys,
we do have Scott Reynolds from Pewter Report.
Oh, even better.
So we'll try to get.
Was he the one who said? Was he the one who said "F you, Liam Cohen"?
I don't think so.
I saw the compilation of a bunch of it. I don't think it was him either. But they, one of the guys, he's speaking so highly of him, and then it goes 12 hours later. Oh, it says here Liam Cohen. Well, bleep you. All right, have a great show.
Right, thanks.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Our work is done. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy the football. It's been a GFL Friday, and we'll see you on Monday.
I say we meet them at the airport.
Catch Gators basketball on